We're good.
Oh, thank God.
I feel like Greg was really uncomfortable right then.
Oh, is that beef?
This fucking
My
phone.
computer is either gonna blow. No, my phone's not.
Is your phone connected to your? It sounds like a USB sound.
No, it's just kind of. I don't
No,
know.
it was USB sound.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Type I am. Michael, Dean and Dean. Dean, I'm filling in for Kristan.
God damn.
Woo!
Ah!
That was pretty nice. It
That
wasn't
was
like
beautiful.
there was good contact. It wasn't hard contact.
Good. You want good contact.
But we touched
Yeah.
fingers in the right.
No, I feel
spot.
like I touched.
Yeah, we
like,
certainly
five.
did.
I feel like it was like perfect
No, we
ratio of
certainly
palm to
did.
finger.
The best thing that happens with myself and Greg is when our
Oh.
rings clink.
That's my favorite. Wait.
There it is.
That's my favorite.
We love when that happens.
I do like
That's my
that.
favorite.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
If
It's,
only
it's
we
like
could
the
get like
sound
a
of
spark
Jesus.
of like. Just
Yeah.
a little spark.
Every time we do that, a mini explosion happens on our hands.
That'd be
We're
pretty
just like,
cool.
Can we make that happen somehow?
Just get
I don't
if we
know
had
how,
a
but it's
cameraman, they
happening.
could like zoom in on your hands and just like. Ding. That's what's up.
Welcome, Level Uppers,
Oh
to the
my
Level Up Show,
God.
episode 91. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. You can follow us very easy at twitch.tv/the Level Up Show or live from PlayStation in the bottom left-hand corner. Just hit that heart button.
it looks like this, and all you gotta do is tap it. Just tap
it in. I'm one of your co-hosts, Andrew Midori. I'm alongside the classy douchebag, Mike McLaughlin. We have the Beast from the East. He's in Beast mode right now, guys. Dean Marchese.
I like that all they can see. I like that all they can see on him is just beast.
Beast.
That's so.
Actually
That's so.
perfect.
awesome.
And Gregory Verga,
Alright.
a.k.a. GVZ, is here. Filling in for Chris.
Yo, it's your boy
Take his hat away.
The gangster life is the life for me. I don't know what's
I
happening.
gotta be honest, he kind of sells it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Guys, thank you so much.
Oh, you just
And then he
destroyed
does that.
it.
And then he does that.
I got a
Right.
Glock in my Ari.
How's everybody doing this week?
I'm doing fantastic.
Pretty
Should
good,
I just
yeah.
dive in? Let's let the fans know what happened to me this
Yeah,
week.
sure, go ahead.
everybody.
Yeah, do it.
If you want to,
Um,
If you're willing to do it, then go
Of
for it.
course I am. I want the fans to know everything about me because I'm Greg Varga. Everybody that's in the room, I don't know if you've already seen on Instagram or Twitter. I kind of posted on some social medias if you follow me on them, but I came out this week as bisexual. I'm a bisexual, and now you can call me a gamer.
Oh,
Isn't that
God.
awesome?
Yeah.
I think you can.
I thought of it with Drew the other night, and I was like, look,
It's
I'm like
not
a
original.
game. Oh,
Sorry.
that's like a thing?
Yeah,
you didn't
it's
make
a
that
thing.
up, no.
No.
You did it at all. There's actually like
So no matter
there's
what
like a
change you
convention
go
for
through,
gamers.
you're still unoriginal.
But you can go now. You can go now. So good for you.
That's true, yeah. So
Yeah, you
I'm
go
kind
to
of
the gamer
excited, but that's...
convention.
Yeah.
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 But
Wait,
really,
there's a thing?
the outpouring of support and love was just kind of mind blowing.
It was
Yeah, man.
crazy. I had
Yeah.
never seen someone I know
Mhm.
get that many like likes and comments and everything
Yeah.
like that in single.
For the
post, so.
people that did see it, Italian Mom's one of them. Greg, much respect. Yeah, you guys, so much love. It's indescribable the amount of love I felt, and I'm just really happy I can finally be myself, and I hope I can inspire other people to be themselves too. And if you guys ever have questions like any of that, for anybody that's in the room, you're more than welcome to come talk to me.
Well, it starts already. Someone's being an idiot.
What was that?
Doesn't
There
matter.
is. Anyway, what's going on with you guys?
I was just gonna say we've already said this ourselves to you several times, but it's might as well say it on the show as well. Like you knew this already coming in, telling us like there was nothing was gonna change. Like
Right.
you knew we were gonna love you no matter what. You're a brother to us,
Mhm.
and that was never gonna change. Like
I thought you were his dad.
if anything, we might even love you more now. So
There we go.
Aw,
Yeah, man.
guys, don't make me cry on this.
Ain't nothing gonna stop me from wanting to kick your ass.
That's so sweet.
we're here for you. We're always supporting you.
Thank you guys.
How
I
you
really
doing,
do
Mike?
appreciate it.
What's
What
going on
else
with you?
is that?
I know. I probably should have waited till last, right? Awkward.
No, actually, no. I am pretty fucking psyched because it's something that happened
Oh,
to me
yeah.
this morning. Surprise of all surprises. One of my very good friends who just randomly messaged me like, "Hey, I got you tickets to Comic-Con." And I'm like, "Really?"
What?
Did you even
Yeah.
pay for these tickets?
New
I
York
am,
City,
it's
New
like-
York City Comic Con.
Yeah, New York City Comic-Con.
That's awesome.
Which
So cool.
was sold out like almost
Yeah.
immediately.
We all tried to get them.
and it was bam gone.
Yep.
And it really sucked. And for me, it really sucked because this would have been the first year I didn't go to one. And I really like going to a bunch of stuff. But anyway, he was like, "Yeah, I got him, so we're good." And he's like, "I think so. We'll see." And then I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got him." He showed me the picture and everything like that. So yeah, I had to pay for him. I'm gonna pay him back.
Okay, cool.
But
Yeah, good for you, man.
I'm
You're gonna
kinda
have
hate
so
you,
much
very
fun.
very excited.
You better buy me all the Kingdom Hearts and Doctor Who stuff.
Yeah,
And,
I found there's a limited edition Weeping Angel Statue of Liberty.
I'm
Dr.
so
Who.
Are
excited.
you getting that for Greg?
Well, it's going to depend on how much it is. But
Retweet,
yeah.
retweet.
If it's like $200, no offense, it's not going to happen.
If it's $200 you pay for it, I give you the money.
The money.
The
That was
money.
weird.
When we
The
introduce
money.
Greg on the show from now on, can it not be like GBZ? Can it be like a little, you know how in like South Park,
G-Money.
in South Park, it's Butters, that's me kind of thing. Can we do like Greg, the bisexual Jew?
Can we do that? I love that so much. The bisexual Jew. That's my name.
so
We found out,
amazing.
guys, that I'm actually
Can we
Jewish.
shorten it? Can it be Baiju?
But is it like hyphenated?
I
Yeah,
feel like
the
people
Baiju.
might be confused.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like
Baiju,
bisexual Jew, and that flows nice.
It does. It flows very
Baiju
nicely.
is good.
Hey guys, I'm Greg the bisexual Jew.
I feel
kinda
like
love
that's like
that.
the cartoon moose.
Yeah,
Sound, pretty much.
Bullwinkle and what is it?
Rocky and
Rocky and
Bullwinkle.
Bullwinkle.
Dude,
God
come
rest
on.
their souls. Wherever
Greg,
they are.
Dean, how have you been?
I'm very good, man. I had a real long week. I worked like 50 hours, and then I had a lot of schoolwork going on, and just
Hashtag retweet.
craziness, crazy week. But I was prepared for it. I knew it was going to be a really bad week,
Right.
but then it led up to. We had a great weekend. I've been hanging out with you guys. I got a birthday coming up, so last night we all
That
hung
was
out.
great, by the
My
way.
house, we had a really good night.
was a
Fire,
fun
So
birthday.
much fun.
Yeah,
So much
it was
fun.
a really nice time.
It was really chill, and that's how I like things to be.
Yeah.
Same. Same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Same.
It was
I
really
understand.
chill.
Yeah, I
And that's the
understand
way
what
I
you mean,
like
though.
things.
That's the way I
I'm
like
kind of a
things.
chill guy.
Yeah, dude.
It's so weird.
I'm the same way though. It was that was my
Yeah.
ideal like way of celebrating. So that was really fun.
Yeah, so guys, everybody wish Dean a happy 21st birthday because it's
Yeah.
coming up on Tuesday, so be sure
That's
to
not
tweet
accurate.
You dirty bastard.
You
you.
dirty
Very inaccurate,
bastard.
but
You're 26, we determined, right?
I will be on Tuesday. I'll be 26.
Look
yeah.
at you.
That's
Growing up, turning
it.
into
I've
a
just
big
been.
boy.
I'm psyched just to spend a lot of time with you guys this weekend. Spend more time with Greg this week.
I kind of want you guys to get that out of the way right now. What are you guys doing this coming
Oh,
Monday? That's gonna
right.
be
Yeah.
really exciting for all of our viewers.
So
Yeah.
tomorrow, I believe the plan is we're going to record episode 9 of Power Up tomorrow, and it's going to go live on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/levelupnetwork. Level spelled LVL.
So close,
Uh,
no cigar.
That's going to go up right as we're done in the early afternoon.
Yeah.
So then for episode 10, which we're also going to do tomorrow, we're going to do it live
What?
tomorrow night. What did we say a time? 8?
We're gonna, probably like 8, 9ish around there. Well, let's go 8. You want to do 8 to 10?
Well,
I think you guys should probably
We'll
We'll
commit
do
to
8 to
something.
10. We'll do
Right.
8 to 10.
8 to 10.
8 to 10.
We're going to do episode 10 of Power Up live.
First ever live one.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a different format. It's going to be fun where you take your guys' questions, talk to you guys about stuff.
Browse
So-
the interwebs.
It'll be right
is
here
that-
on twitch.tv/levelupshow.
Yeah.
So follow the show right now.
Is that going to be in place of Inday?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hit that heart button live from PlayStation,
Tap
guys. Do not miss the
Tap,
first
tap,
ever
tap,
live Power Up
We're excited.
tomorrow,
Yeah, man, it's going to be awesome.
8 p.m. Eastern time, guys. Okay.
Superhero.
What's going on with you, man? How
Yeah,
you
you
doing?
never-
I'm the only one that doesn't answer this ever, really, because
I
I
want
just kind
you
of go
to.
to you guys.
I
We
wanna
want
ask
to
you.
know what you did this week.
God, what did I do this week? I've been hanging out with you a lot. You
I had
came-
to clean up the house.
You
and,
came Thursday-
get some
Friday
things,
night?
Get the
I came Friday. Yeah,
rose
Friday
and-
night.
Brenda, I've been playing a lot of Metal
Pretty good
Gear.
little Saturday.
Quick little Saturday.
Hanging out with Greg. We
Yeah.
went out to a thrift shop today. Got some stuff for Halloween.
Yeah.
Kristen
We watched
was
The Fault in Our
decorating,
Stars. That was depressing.
Cried our eyes out.
Yeah, that was
I
really
watched,
depressing.
I watched Perks of Being a Wallflower for
That's such a good
Ooh,
movie.
How was that?
Yeah,
Such a
I
good
was,
movie.
I was
Yeah.
not expecting to actually like
Emma
it.
Watson's my girl.
It was good?
Yeah, Emma Watson's like my favorite.
Jen's been trying to get me to watch that
Why?
for a long
It's
time.
100%
Fun
my
fact.
Yeah.
Hit me with it.
You guys know I'm not a big reader. That's my favorite book of all time.
What?
Really?
Perks of Being a Wallflower. I don't know
You
why.
read that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Back in, like,
he
eighth
never
grade.
reads. He
Yeah.
never reads.
Never read.
Ever.
But that, for some reason, that
Kind of
book
like
just
me, and I used
connected
to
with
love
me.
reading, and I don't read
Yeah.
almost anything anymore. Like
I don't
that's-
care
that's
too
like-
much for
Nice.
reading myself.
I'm the only nerd.
I read
nerd.
comics, but that's like it's not, I don't read
No,
like
those
novels.
are like
Yeah, I'll do graphic novels.
Yeah.
I'll do
Yeah.
graphic novels.
Yeah.
I just won't do
Yeah.
novels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. I zone out
Yeah.
when I read books, and
Yeah.
then I realize I've gone 3 pages and I didn't absorb one word.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll have to literally turn back and
Oh,
read them
that's the
again. It's
worst.
like
No, not that
I
bad.
can't do it.
He does that to me when I talk too. He'll just kind of stare at
That
me and not
happens,
listen.
That did happen earlier. But no, I had a great week, especially with Greg here.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess that's
Awesome.
about it, really. Played a lot of Metal Gear, and I guess we can get into that a little bit
Oh
with
my
what we've been playing. I like Metal Gear. Do not
Tell
get me
them
wrong.
about how we faced Voltron from Power Rangers.
I don't want to talk too much
Pretty
about
easy.
spoiling things. You do eventually fight Sahelanthropus, the big Metal Gear in the game. That's kind of not really a spoiler to say. That happens in
Crazy.
every Metal Gear. You eventually do fight the big Metal Gear.
Ah.
But man, was that an epic boss
Such a
battle.
good boss battle.
Yeah.
Drew died so many times, and we were both like, "Wait, we have a game."
I'm
now,
I'm
we
trying
have a
not to
game."
listen. I'm not gonna lie because I don't want to hear what happens.
I'm not talking
Yeah,
about
this isn't
anything
like a spoiler.
story.
Yeah, no story.
Here's the spoiler: you fight a Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Spoiler,
Yeah.
like that's pretty much it. But it
Sure.
was an epic boss battle, really, really well
So
done.
fun.
Especially in a Metal Gear that doesn't have a lot of boss battles,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
At least what I wouldn't consider to be boss battles. I really enjoyed the game. I think the gameplay is the best Metal Gear's ever been. But I'm still, after finishing Chapter 1, finishing the Skullface arc, I'm still feeling like it's just a very poorly paced story
Yeah.
for a Metal Gear game. That's all I'm really going to say about it. I still have chapter 2 to go through, and it looks more exciting than chapter 1 in a lot of ways. So I'll have to let you guys know a little update maybe next week on that one. How about you, Mike? What you been playing?
Do you want to get into it?
Yeah.
Attack it together.
Yes.
We kind of got sucked in.
Don't you dare say it.
I apologize, guys. I have to admit something.
Let it rise. Don't be
I've-
ashamed.
I was sober for a good 4 months.
Yeah.
And I got I
Falling
got
off
a little
the
taste
wagon.
of that hook, and I just had to get that extra little $5 and get that little bit of Destiny back in my system, and I can't get it out. I can't kick it, and there's no rehab for me this time. It is. Suffice it to say, it is Destiny 1.9.
It's
it is
super
everything
good,
we
dude.
wanted from Destiny, what we expected before the game came out.
Mm-hmm.
Like the week before the game came out, all the hype. This is what we expected the game to be.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's so much, and like Dean, the biggest thing that Dean was the biggest anti. Actually, no, Puss was the biggest anti.
When he played
Destiny
it,
guy.
he played it. I was off of it like way.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
was like, no, I'm done with this.
Nah.
And like Puss was still like, he was the one who was like had a hard time stopping. But like even not like finally,
Yeah.
everything I was watching, reading, hearing, and
I
then
only
was
got it
like,
really because of you. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, not really. When I did get it,
Yeah.
it was like I probably would have ended up getting it maybe like Thursday.
just
or
the
something
last
like
the
that.
last straw.
But like you were like, as soon as you're like, yeah, I'm getting. I'm like, God damn it!
I
And
know,
I went in
dude.
and I got it.
We went in all
All
went
four
in
of us
together.
went
We're
in
like,
at the same time.
It's so good though, man. I have
Um,
no regrets at all.
Right.
It's
But
I'm really
and
enjoying
that's
it.
the thing. Like Rick said, oh, there's rehab Rainbow Six tomorrow, which that's gonna be my stream this week. I got into the early.
Okay, cool.
Destiny
Nice.
Rainbow Six, but Destiny, I'll tell you right now, everything we wanted. Best thing. There's actually there's
Yeah.
a story. That's what I said. My first thing I said, I was like, there's a story in my Destiny, and I'm not sure how to feel about it.
Yeah.
And it was
It's
really, good, but
really
it was
cool,
really
dude.
cool. The CGI that you got in it was better than any of the trailers leading up to the original Destiny.
It's
That
so
was just
good,
the
yeah.
one first CGI scene, and there's multiples.
Wow.
There's
That's gonna
tons of
remain
quests,
part of
tons
my like
bounties, like it's-
rotation
Absolutely,
for like a while.
It's not going away for a while.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was
Am I
talking to
gonna
Mike
hop back
about this a little bit. I'm not going to get taken kick.
No.
I'm not going to jump back in. It'll be a waste of money for me, especially because it's $40. But since it sounds like they've done such a good job making this first one better, I have hope in the second one now that it's going to be what I wanted the first Destiny to be, and I will definitely give the
Do
second
we
one
think
a
they're
chance.
going to make a 2, just Destiny 2 next year?
Yeah, I think
You
so.
think
Next year, probably. I think this year's going
Next
to be all
September?
about expanding on.
I wonder what they're
so
going to do, though. Here, that's the thing. Like, this was $40, but they didn't say anything about Season Pass. They also haven't said anything about DLC.
You guys think that Destiny 2 will come out next year?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I
think so. That'll be the
don't know.
holiday game. Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. I can't see them making a full-on sequel right now. I just feel like they're going to keep improving this, or maybe like another 2 years.
You think the Destiny? Well, I mean, it's like released. You can get it on a disc, like
Yeah.
Destiny the Taken King.
Yeah,
You can go
yeah.
to the store and get it.
Yeah.
So it kind of is.
Yeah, like a
Destiny
Destiny 2.
2.
That's what I'm saying.
In
It's
some
like I
ways,
feel like
yeah.
this
Yeah.
expansion is like its own game.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. That's
yeah.
the thing. And that's why I say it's like Destiny 1.9.
I would
because
kinda
it's
be
all
okay
No,
with
only
that.
Square Enix is allowed to do that.
So would you? Let me ask you this: would you be okay with that if they just keep going like this? If they just keep expanding on like
The
how
problem,
you
no,
just keep
because you know what the
updating
problem
MMOs?
is. Even though this is, in my opinion, worth the $40, I want something fresh and new, and I want
from the ground up that will
Right, I don't want
work.
adding on to this. Like listen, I get that I like being able to add on to the progress I made, but there's something, and you have to admit that there's something rewarding about making brand new progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why Dean didn't even take the shortcut. They gave you a shortcut if you wanted to get right up to like a higher level and make your progress quicker. And Dean's like, no, fuck that. I'm playing.
Here's my
right now."
question.
Yeah, I started early. I'm a
And
level
Dean,
40 already.
don't you dare
Wow.
say play Mass Effect. Is this what I wanted, where you can fly from planet to planet now?
You don't actually
You don't
fly
touch
your
a
ship.
Okay.
at all. Period.
You
Okay, so
see your
it's
ship
not
flying,
open. It
but,
doesn't
like,
have like this
Will
open
not-
universe
honestly, I
feel.
do not see
But no,
it beyond
Mass
that.
Effect's not like that either. You don't
Yeah.
fly. You don't like fight aliens while you're flying.
Oh
your
well,
ship
you
on your way to your planet.
totally.
No,
mess
you
with my
land.
expectations.
Well,
You
no, no,
land on your
Mass-
planet. You search for resources. You run into enemies here and there. You learn about
Every
the
single planet
What
in the
I want Destiny to be is Ratchet and Clank a crack in time. Like I want to actually leave a planet, be in space, fly to the next planet, go down on it, land on it, go around, get back in my ship, fly to the next planet.
Yeah, I'm down for that. That would be
With
cool.
my partners, seeing them beside me in their ships, all together, space battles.
do a barrel roll.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's
That
what
would
I
be
want
cool,
Destiny
yeah.
to be. but
It would be cool. Maybe
we got
Destiny 2.
69 people in the room, guys.
Ooh,
No.
I made it sexual.
You're flagged. You're not allowed to talk for
No, I made it
No.
sexual at the end.
No.
It was different.
No.
Greg, what you been playing, man?
I've been playing two things. I finally hopped into the Batman Arkham Knight Challenge maps for the first time. Catwoman is my ish.
What's your favorite one?
Oh, that's tough. I want to say I like the new Predator stuff a lot. The new Predator stuff.
I haven't tried the Predator one.
You've only done the combat stuff?
Yeah, I'll
the
tell you
newest
why.
Predator thing with Nightwing is probably my favorite map.
The Robin Challenge map, you can play until you die. Like
Oh, it's endless?
The,
Oh, that's awesome.
the Robin one, you
I haven't done that one
play
yet.
no matter until your health bar runs out. You just keep going.
That's
your score
awesome.
just goes. I played the challenge map for like an hour.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I haven't done that one yet. I like the Predator stuff. The Predator stuff's like some of my favorite stuff.
It's really
And
good.
then my second thing I've been playing, they're all gonna yell at me. The mobile Walking Dead game.
Nope. Get out.
It's a Road to Survival.
No.
It is so addicting. I deleted Fallout Shelter.
I
I'm
did take a
over it.
glance at this thing.
So good.
I do like that a lot of these mobile games are basically just RTS games now.
Yeah, that's all they are. Yeah.
And like it really has like that SimCity vibe, like
Yeah.
you know, 3-dimensional view, parametric or whatever you want to call it, where you're looking down from the corner and you're making your landscape, and I always like that in a PC game.
Yeah.
So now it's just on your mobile device.
Exactly.
I'm
love
tempted to try one of them.
I love it. It's all The Walking Dead. It's based on
Really?
the comics, which I love, because the
Tempted.
comics are how I fell
For
in love with
free.
the series, which is awesome. And it's
There's no
100%
such
free.
thing as free if you ever watch the South Park episode.
True.
I haven't spent a single penny. You can buy stuff, but I haven't spent anything. They're very good about constantly giving you upgrades that are 100% free, which is awesome. But yeah, if you guys want to check that out, you're more than welcome. And add me. If you want to add me on The Walking Dead, we can build a town together.
Or he'll come kill you in your town.
I've raided
and
so many
take
people.
your resources. Yeah.
204 wins, 16 losses. So get at you, boy.
All right then.
Thank
there
you.
we go.
I think we should just stop the show right there. That's it.
Get at you, boy. Cut to black.
Guys, we got 86 people in the room. Thank you so much for joining. This is the Level Up Show. It's a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. You can follow us on Twitch right now, or hit that heart button live from PlayStation in the
Tap
bottom
it.
left-hand corner. Just tap that button.
Tap
we did
it.
get some follows. Let's acknowledge those really quick.
My
We got
favorite
3.
thing is when we put up the heart button, it's over Ellie, and it kind of looks like an actual heart because it's red.
Aww.
Do you know what I mean? That's kind of
Yeah.
nice. Tap it.
Tap it in.
Mm.
The original gamer 98, Giant from Jax, and
Thank
Mr.
you.
Wilson have followed us. Thank you for those follows, guys. Keep them coming. Keep
You know what I think it's time for?
what?
Just like Greg, Level Up has no game.
Oh my god.
Burn. That was a sick burn, Greg. A
Somebody
sick
said
burn.
4 gays. There's only one here. Only one guy.
Oh,
I can say that now.
There it is.
Boom.
Got him.
Yeah, guys, we're going to get into our official non-gaming portion of the show. It's called The Level Up Show Has No Game. It is 3 non-gaming topics at
We have
2
a
minutes
good
each.
we have a good lineup this week.
We have got some exciting
It's
ones.
interesting.
And we also just got a follow from Talis, I think is how you
I
say it.
love that
Talius?
name.
Talius or Talius?
I'm gonna go Talius.
Talius.
Twice.
Talius. Talius.
We're all different. All right, let's get into it, guys. Are you ready?
Yes.
Do it.
Do it up.
Done.
First up,
Oh my god.
this is huge news, guys. Facebook
What?
is getting a dislike button.
No. Wait, so this is Drew and I kind of discussed this earlier this week. We are
Yeah.
hoping that it's not a dislike button, only because for stuff like me coming out as bisexual this week, that's not a situation where you want a dislike button.
No.
So Drew and I were talking about it, and what he says they should do is make it like a sympathize button, because you don't want somebody to make a status and be like, "My mom just passed away." Dislike.
That's,
Like, you don't- you know
that's
what I mean?
exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
no,
yeah.
there's that. Here's why they're going to probably make it, and it's actually smart. I'm surprised it took this long.
Yeah.
Because it's going to affect the way Facebook is very much getting into what's trending now and everything like that.
Yeah.
And this is going to assist with that.
Yeah.
The problem right now is I had to very much watch how I worded certain things, not to bring attention to the thing I was annoyed getting attention
Yeah.
on a couple posts.
Here's what they
And
did say, though, and the reason I don't think it's going to be that. Are you saying trending kind of like an upvote, downvote kind of thing?
Yeah.
Because they did say right off the bat, like, this is not an upvote, downvote system.
Oh, well, I don't
This,
want it.
they're almost wanting to call it not sympathize, they want to call it empathize.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because it's all about putting yourselves in the other person's shoes,
Yeah.
empathizing with a person. That's what they're actually going to call the button, is what
Yeah.
they're
I think this
currently
is
saying.
going to be the beginning of the end for them, personally.
Really? This is the end of Facebook?
I think it's the beginning of the end.
Why?
I think it's going to be the little tiny snowball that starts spiraling into an
Elaborate.
avalanche. Because it's just more room for haters to hate, dude. And
Haters
and
gonna hate.
when
Hates.
when
You
have
just
enough
gotta
people.
shake them
you know,
off.
it's like a pool that gets too dirty that nobody wants to swim in anymore. It's gonna
Yeah.
get so cluttered. There's already so much
Look
hate.
at Instagram.
You know what I
Instagram
mean?
is blowing up way bigger than
Like
it
when
ever
there's
was
so
I
much
know.
hate in one place, like eventually people are gonna jump ship and go. To the
That's
next
why
thing.
they didn't do it for so long, and they said they wanted it just all posts to just have a positive spin to them, no matter what. Like, and that's what's kind of weird is when somebody's sick or somebody's mother dies, you'll see like so many people like that status,
Right.
and they're liking it to show
Right,
sympathy.
exactly.
Yeah.
But it comes off like, what? Like, why are you liking this
Yeah.
status?
Yeah.
So I understand this confusion that people have, but
That's it.
But nothing.
Gambit movie. We thought things were going okay because
Ugh.
Channing Tatum
Oh,
was
man.
signed on, but the director
Right.
has left the project.
What
Yep.
Did we
is
find out what he's going to or why he left?
He has a schedule conflict because of the pushbacks with Channing Tatum. We don't know what that conflict is, I don't think. I don't know what movie he's working on that he decided over Gambit. But is this movie just dead in the water at this point? Like, do you think it's going to
I don't
happen?
want it to be.
Originally, the the rumored problems were with Channing Tatum not being a part of the project anymore.
originally? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it turned out he was still in the deal. I think they have finally signed the deal with him,
Yeah.
and now it
They
turns
did.
out the director is the
My-
problem. So
My problem is I love Gambit. He's actually one of my favorite
Yeah.
Marvel characters in general. I think I've made that known a couple
Yep,
times.
you
but
have.
That said, I actually didn't want this as much as some other people did. I feel like the way that they would have likely done it is not something I would have wanted. The only thing I wanted Gambit in, I wanted them to introduce him earlier because I wanted him in Apocalypse.
Yeah.
I wanted him as the Horseman of Death.
honestly,
Okay.
he
Or
just
War?
strikes me as a supporting character. I don't feel like he warrants a full
Like he was in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
exactly.
Well,
Jane
and
and I
that's the other
talked
thing,
about it a
that's
lot
why-
on Power Up too, and we were always like, why don't they use like a Michael Fassbender and do like a Magneto movie or something like that?
Well,
or
they
like,
do.
I
want
feel
to.
like
Yeah.
I feel like that could hold its own weight.
but it's like a Magneto or Professor Xavier or even like you can't do a whole like Storm movie. You can't do a whole
Right.
Gambit movie. It just doesn't have enough X-Men appeal.
right.
I
Yeah.
think personally, that's just my
No,
opinion.
I agree with you.
and I agree with you, and that's kind of my worry about it. And even remember, like the cartoons and everything when they did a centralized one character X-Men type episode, it
never worked.
It did well. It's not that it didn't work; it just wasn't as entertaining and engrossing to me as the X-Men.
It's like
all working
Ant-Man.
together.
I enjoyed the movie. Good movie, fun flick. Not necessarily needed. He's a supporting character.
The funny thing is I enjoyed Ant-Man more
Doesn't matter
than
what you
some of
say.
the Marvel movies
Doesn't matter what
recently.
you say, Drew.
Well,
Really?
that wasn't Gambit related. So, last up, Christopher Nolan is reportedly working on an Akira trilogy.
Yay and no at the same time. Does everybody here know what Akira is?
I know.
Isn't it the
enough,
killer
yeah.
bike?
It has the red bike. That's very
Yes,
It's very
I
well
mean,
known
that's
for
a
that.
symbol
all I
of
know
it.
about
It's
it.
considered one of the most groundbreaking
It's
animation movies
pretty much
ever.
what brought
Pretty
anime to the U.S.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
in most
It's
people's
it's
eyes.
a really crazy story. It's about Neo Tokyo, this Tokyo in the future that's kind of post-apocalyptic but kind of not. But it's a really bizarre storyline that a movie in 1980 tried to tackle. It's based off of anime manga series.
Yeah.
The movie actually didn't cover near all the story
Mhm.
that the manga did. So it sounds like they're going to try and take the original manga and develop it further into a
Right,
full
multiple-
trilogy
yeah,
of
I think
films.
it's three
Now we've
films,
been
yeah.
always wondering what does Nolan do next.
Yeah.
He always
Right.
does this thing where it's Dark Knight, then an original film, but he's got Dark Knight. He can't go back to that anymore. Inception,
done.
or not Inception. Interstellar was great, but there's no Dark Knight for him to go back to. So what does he do next? I feel like I would be very, very interested in seeing what
think
he would do with
I
this.
would want this because
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen the original, and
Yeah.
I wasn't like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's bad. I wasn't big on it, but I'm also not huge into anime.
Mhm.
But I do understand like the story. I mean, I like the significance of the story, and I like its impact. I just didn't like how they did it, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. I wasn't
Um,
blown away by it. I thought the animation was insane. Like,
Oh,
really,
yeah. For-
really
for
cool
1980s,
animation. Yeah.
100% one of the best things that I could have seen. But that said, I think Nolan's seeing after how he did things like Inception,
Mhm.
I 100% would be behind this, and this is something that really interests me.
I mean, really, Nolan hasn't made a bad movie yet. He's
No.
made movies that aren't as good as others. I'd say, what is your least favorite Nolan movie?
Ugh.
I don't know.
You had to pick one.
Is there any?
Probably the first one he did, Following. That's
Yeah,
probably my
that's
least favorite
probably
from
the
him.
least favorite
But
one.
I can't
I
even
kind of
decide.
like that
weird.
movie though.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah,
I don't know
That's
if I
my
saw
favorite.
it even.
No?
Honestly,
That was his first one. It's very amateur
That was like
feeling in a lot
before
of ways.
Memento.
No, never mind. But really, he's a great director, so I don't think he would go wrong with this.
No.
yeah.
All right, that was the Level Up Show Has No Game, guys, our official non-gaming portion of the show. Now we're going to get into all games, of course. But first, thank you to these follows from Wenity, I Am Goat, Ridge Rich, Talius, Wolfie Plays, The Original Gamer, Giant from Jax, and Mr. Wilson.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the follows, guys. Keep those heart follows coming. Hit that heart
Heart
button.
follows. Get those heart follows, guys. All you
Yeah.
gotta do is hit
Follow
the
our
heart button.
heart,
It's right,
guys.
it's right underneath me somewhere. All you gotta do is tap it.
Yeah.
From whatever device you're watching this from, PC, iPhone, Android, PS4, Xbox. I don't care. Just hit the heart button. Thank you. God.
Great advertising there, Greg.
I try so.
And we
Good
will
job,
shout you out, of course. All right. Before we get into the level update, let's take a quick 60-second commercial break. Whoop, whoop. Get a breather here, and we'll be right back, guys. Hold on tights.
You lint liquor. Clean it up with Orbit. Do you remember that commercial?
You
It was
lint
like-
liquor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's my favorite.
Shut the front door.
Yeah. She did so many of those. Do you think she's
lint
famous still,
liquor.
the blonde girl from the Orbit commercial?
No.
No, I don't.
She's not.
Do you think she's dead?
They changed actresses.
No.
I fell down a internet rabbit hole
Yeah.
one night, and I went through the whole. I was like, "Why did
Does
they
she?
change
Is she still a
actresses?
blonde and stuff?
Yeah, she's a blonde.
Does she
Different
still have
girl.
the necker scarf?
Yeah, it's the same character, just different actress.
Does she
for
still
her.
have pearly white teeth?
She does,
Ooh.
yeah.
Clean
Kind
it
of
up
important
with
for that role.
Orbit. Clean it up with Orbit.
She's not.
With Orbit.
All right. Oh.
Oh. Oh wait, we're
We're gonna wait till we're back. I was
Damn
about
it.
to do it too, but I
I got
figured
too
might as well wait.
excited.
What's the
Yeah.
what?
You know
What the what?
What the what? What?
What the what? Oh, what the what? What? Oh, what the what? What the what? What the what? I don't care. What? Oh, what the what? GVZ. What?
Just went into dub stuff.
Thank you. I'll be here all night.
Welcome back, Level Uppers, to the Level Up Show, episode 91. This is a gaming dedicated talk show. Thank you for all the follows tonight. Keep them coming.
Oh my
We're at
God.
105 people in the room.
Indian call respected.
Don't forget to share the show, guys.
Share the
show. On Twitter,
Mr.
Twitch,
Frodo.
Facebook, wherever you can. Bring some more
What? That
people in
was
the room.
really weird. That was like cross between
Mr. Frodo, we haven't eaten a thing in
Is that Bill
days.
Cosby
God.
in Mordor?
I was thinking it was going more
Potatoes
towards,
and
The
what's his name?
potatoes.
the Russian dude from Star Trek.
the Russian dude from
I forget his name.
What is happening? We lost control.
I can't. I physically can't.
Frodo, you gotta take the ring.
Stop.
The pudding pop.
Stop.
The
Stop.
Mordor.
I'm crying.
We're getting back on track here.
Thank you.
We're getting back on track.
Right on time. Technically, we have a minute to kill because this news is not supposed to start until 10:30.
Yeah.
You're right.
10:29.
We're on time. We're
We're on time.
Now we're late.
I don't know how to say how that happens with Greg here. I don't get that at all.
God rest our soul.
All right, let's get into the level update, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you just copied me on that. Oh man.
Do we have a side stories? Are these color coded for any specific?
What are you doing?
Can I say something? For one of our big episodes, can we
Yeah.
get a full piece orchestra
We're
to do the
actually
newsroom
starting the
before we do the
news
level
now.
update?
I think that's probably not going to happen.
Okay.
Nintendo has named its new company president. IGN's Jose Otero writes, Nintendo has announced that Tatsumi Kimishima, 65,
Good
will assume the
pronunciation.
role of president and representative director for the company.
This guy does not look like a happy man.
Yeah, no doubt
No, he
about that.
doesn't. Iwata was such a pleasant-looking man. Not in this.
He looks like a
Particular
cute,
video,
like a cute
but-
person.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
very cute.
Yeah.
He was. I agree. Kimishima's appointment as the new head of Nintendo comes 2 months after the sudden death of former President Satoru Iwata from a cancerous bile duct growth. Iwata was 55. Previously, Kimishima served as the chief financial officer of the Pokemon Company until 2001. After that, he became the first president of Pokemon USA until 2002. It would eventually grow and be renamed as the Pokemon Company International. Kimishima replaced Minoru Arakawa as president for Nintendo of America in 2002. He was later succeeded by the current president, Reggie Fils-Aimé, in May 2006.
Wow, he's been with them
He's
since
been all over.
2006?
Yeah, so he's been
That's
with
crazy.
Nintendo for a long time, Pokemon as well.
He's been there. He was there at 2001.
At that time, Kimishima became CEO and chairman of the board of NOA until he relinquished the position to Satoru Iwata in April 2013. Kimishima holds several positions at Nintendo, including managing director, general manager of corporate analysis and administration division, and head of human resources division.
I'm telling you right now, this is going to be. I realistically, I see this as and
The end of
don't
Nintendo.
No, the end of the way Nintendo has been going for some time.
Maybe, although they have said that they're going to try and stick to Iwata's vision.
No, but they said that with Apple, and let's
I
be realistic,
think,
they just added
though,
stylus to
it's-
something that
It's
Steve
really
Jobs
difficult.
bought.
It's going to be difficult. Like, he was like you could already see the change in the direction the ship was moving.
Yeah.
And I feel like for someone to come in and just be like, cancel all this. This is what we're doing now.
Oh, no, I don't think he's gonna cancel
I think
it.
they're gonna keep going that way.
I think. Well, no. What I meant to say, and not that I meant to say. I think what I was trying to get at was I feel like it's going to change direction. Things that they said they wouldn't do. I think all of a sudden it's going to start. You're going to see that change over the next. It might be a few years. It might be like 2 or 3 years. Like I said, I look at the Apple situation in the same way. And I brought up, but there's multiple things that changed. But the most like relatable one was Steve Jobs mocked the stylus. He thought it was the dumbest thing ever. He actually, one of his things that he came out on stage said, if your thing has a stylus, you're doing it wrong. You're not doing something right. All of a sudden this year, the big announcement was the Apple Pencil.
Yeah.
Let's be realistic.
I'm gonna tell you
that's
what
Nintendo is.
The one thing I have to say about all this is they need to let Nintendo of America run the show.
Okay. Yeah, Japanese
much.
kind of stuck in their ways. They need
I
somebody
think Nintendo of
to
America
be
needs
fresh.
to be
Get revitalized.
Just be like, that's fine. Have them be there doing their thing. Be like, you guys, it's your turn.
Here's the thing.
See what you can do.
Here's the thing. NX is, I would think, too far along at this point.
Yeah.
There's no way they can change the direction
Yeah,
that the
pretty
NX
much.
is
I don't want
going.
that to happen,
There's been
though.
how many years of R&D on this project? So I think that ship is sailing. Like that's
I
gone.
agree.
There's no way they're going to change the direction on that. But like you were saying, 2 or 3 years from now, maybe we'll see a change in the kind of games, the third-party support.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. Or maybe they fall apart even worse.
I have
don't
two
know.
comments
It's
on the
so
story.
unpredictable.
iCrafter wants to know, why don't we think they got somebody younger?
I don't know.
Because I think the problem in Japan is they don't. That's not the
Seniority is
Nintendo-
very big over there.
Yeah.
It's very interesting because Nintendo as a game company, you would think like, oh, they need to be hip. No, these guys are like traditional.
They are, and that's what I think
Asian,
their biggest problem. They
business
need
people.
they need themselves like a Phil Spencer.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
Who's like, I know what these guys want.
That's
I
why we
talk
all
to them
wanted-
on Twitter.
Yeah.
I know what we're doing.
That's why you
now,
all wanted Miyamoto.
you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem with Reggie as well. Like, I don't like Reggie.
I don't
like
I don't
Reggie
either.
I think he's way too much of a businessman.
Mhm.
Too much like
We
PR.
all just agreed on something?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Reggie. I think Reggie should go. I think that's another big thing. That
He
needs to happen.
really irks me. Every
Yeah.
time I see him present, I can't
Yeah.
stand how fake he seems.
Fake,
and,
yeah, very fake.
he's just a very fake
We're gonna be
person.
talking about Super Smash Brothers. Everybody loves it,
Yeah.
and here's why.
Yeah. He does the politician thing. Like he might as well put his thumb out like that.
Yeah,
Like,
he does.
yeah, here's our point. It's
He
like,
really does, yeah.
I can't. I don't.
And GFN, Rick in the chat room says, I guess that ruins our dream of Hideo Kojima taking over Nintendo then.
It
Sad
does.
Yeah,
face.
pretty
There's,
much.
there's no way that
The
would
dream
happen.
is
Anyway, let's
dead.
be realistic.
Mike, why don't you go ahead with the next one?
I absolutely will.
Wow.
That was
CD
fucking
Projekt
crazy.
Pregnant pause.
I hate that.
All right. CD Projekt Red denies rumors of an EA buyout. I didn't know that was the thing.
It was.
GameSpot's Tamor Hussein writes, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt developer CD Projekt Red has denied rumors is in discussions with EA about a potential takeover.
Mm.
Posting on Twitter, community manager Marcin Momo said he discussed the rumor with Marcin Iwinski.
They all have the same first name.
Marcin.
Co-founder of the studio, who had no knowledge of any such discussions. The rumor originated from DSO Gaming, that really big company,
Love
which cited a statement from an employee that
We all
said, I'm an employee of CD Projekt Red, and I have some bad news to share with you. Electronics Arts representatives are currently visiting our studio and meeting with top management. Yeah, because that means buyout.
Yeah.
We are not going to release any games soon, so for sure it's not about any publishing. Get the head out of it. So it's not for any publishing deal. So the only possible reason for EA guys being here is that they want to buy us. This guy seems like a real negative fucking Nancy.
Yeah, I feel like there was a little bit of a leap there.
Well,
Like,
It's like EA people are in our studio, we're being bought out. Like, there is
Yeah,
no
what-
other explanation for
Was
this.
this guy confirmed to be an employee there?
Yes.
It seems like something like
he seems like a
fireable.
mentally
That's like-
drained,
that's like
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you can't
it's
just
like
go like blowing.
right, that's
what else
like
private
the
business on Twitter.
execs from Dunkin' Donuts coming into Starbucks and be like, oh shit, we're buying Dunkin' Donuts? Like,
Yeah.
It's like, we're not publishing any games right now.
Right,
There's
yeah.
only one other thing this could possibly be.
Also, like for them, first of all, they've had massive success,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all under their independence. So like,
Yeah.
why would you give? Why would
I mean,
they want to give? I don't think they would really
my-
want to give that up.
right, my first initial reaction would be like, oh, cool. They're trying to work out a publishing agreement.
Right.
Even if
Like-
EA was there with aspirations to buy CD Projekt Red, why is he acting like it's a
Right,
for sure
it's happening.
thing?
Exactly.
Right,
Like,
right.
why not think, oh, wait, we're doing crazy successful right now. We
Yeah.
don't need to be bought out. Let's just
Exactly.
keep going our independent
and
way.
that's traditionally the way CD Projekt Red does business. They do the games independently, and then they work out publishing deals as they go. So
Yeah.
like,
It's
why
working for them
wouldn't
right
that be
now.
the first thing you thought of? Like maybe it's for the game they're gearing up to start making.
I agree with you. It definitely seems like Fireball.
Yeah.
It's just very weird.
Yeah.
It's very odd.
Fireball, is
I
that a
don't
word?
like that.
Dean, Greg, which one of you wants to take the next story?
Greg,
I
go
kind of
for
want
it.
to talk about the next one. So can you
All
do
right,
this
yeah,
one?
I'll do it.
Is it okay if I take the next one?
Yeah, you can take the next one,
cool.
Project Morpheus is officially called PlayStation VR.
I'm on board.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Thank you.
It does.
I'm so
IGN's
happy I'm not alone with that.
IGN's
with you.
Miranda Sanchez writes, during its Tokyo Game Show conference, Sony announced it's renaming Project Morpheus. From here on out, the virtual reality headset will be known as PlayStation VR. Sony's virtual reality device has yet to receive a consumer price point, but several virtual reality projects were shown off in a new trailer with the name announcement. This included the confirmation that Square Enix's new Final Fantasy title, I don't know what number that is, Final Fantasy 14 online, will receive VR support. In other PlayStation
You know
VR
what?
news...
People like you that don't know Roman numerals are just lazy.
You said it. You said it, brother. In other PlayStation VR news, VG247 writes, Sony's PlayStation VR headset will be priced similarly to new gaming consoles, according to CEO Andrew House. Big ups. Speaking with Bloomberg at TGS 2015, House didn't reveal a specific price, but if his commitment is anything to go by, the headset could cost around $399.
Let's stop right there for now. Let's split the story in half.
Mhm.
So let's talk about PlayStation VR 1st.
Mhm.
The name change from Morpheus to PlayStation
So-
VR.
Very entertaining to me because almost immediately as it came out, no, we both said something about it almost right away.
Yeah.
And then we had the chat with other people and everything. And the first thing was like, I can't believe they changed the name to Morpheus. And I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, but
No.
realistically, and I made my points and I still stick by the 100% from a business perspective, as far as looking at marketing and the trend.
Mhm.
This makes 100. First off, they have the PlayStation name now in the title. You're not going to sit there and call the unit PlayStation Morpheus. That just sounds stupid.
Yeah.
So
No.
PlayStation VR or PSVR is much easier to say.
It's
It flows
simple.
better, and now it flows with the other thing. PS Now, PS4,
Uh-huh.
PS TV. You have everything else. It
I think the
flows
mistake
with it
people
perfectly.
make is that they think because it's called Project Morpheus for the last 3 years that it's somehow gained some breakthrough into the mainstream
Exactly.
general
And
consumer,
no one knows-
and that's not correct.
If you say the
No,
word
not at all.
Morpheus to
No.
anybody, half of them won't even know what Matrix is,
No.
and the other
I was
half
just
would be
gonna
like,
say.
"Oh, from the Matrix." Like
Yeah.
that's exactly. No one would say,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Half
yeah,
the
it's
general
Sony."
consumer doesn't even know that VR is on the rise right now.
Right.
Like
So-
it makes no sense to really
And,
go in that direction.
and the one point I made, they're like, "Oh, but Morpheus makes sense," and you're right. To us in this room, and most I would say of the people in the chat, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But as a business standpoint, especially when they're not even just gearing it for gaming,
Yeah.
they even said it was going to be a lot for virtual tourism, movies, stuff
Yeah.
like that. PlayStation Morpheus would be a
Well,
terrible
there was
name.
always a code name, is what people forget.
I actually
Just
think,
like Natal, just
Right,
like
it was always a
Revolution.
code
I
Right.
really think.
Remember the tall?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that?
Right.
And remember how upset people were
Oh,
when they changed
right,
it?
yeah.
It's like, wait a second.
It's
like,
a
not
code
that
name,
Connect is a good
you
name,
know?
don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but you really thought they were going to release this thing as
Right.
Project Natal or even Microsoft Natal?
Right.
It means
Right.
Christmas. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Right.
Like, what? Why would they ever
Yeah.
call it that?
Right.
Like,
And to Mike's point, like when a mom or a dad walks to the store and sees, oh, Project Morpheus, like what? There's a whole
The hell
new
is that?
system. I'm not buying
Right,
it.
right.
Like it's not. They don't relate it with
Yeah.
PlayStation.
That's actually why I'm a little annoyed at the title in a way. As much as I like it, I actually don't like that it's PlayStation VR.
Mhm.
I want it more to be Sony VR. Because it's not, again, it's not towards only gaming.
Mhm.
I think
well,
that
you
was
can
a
see
weird
where
move.
Sony's going. Like, PlayStation is Sony almost at this point.
Right.
You
Yeah.
can see, like, PlayStation Music, PlayStation Video, PlayStation Now,
Yeah.
like, even
Yeah.
PlayStation View.
Right.
Their TV service, like they are kind of changing their brand from
Mhm.
Sony to
Right,
PlayStation.
and it makes sense, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised because it's not just for gaming.
Mhm. No, you're right.
Because, yeah, they
I
still
could
have.
see
But
that happen.
PlayStation isn't only for gaming.
Not to go off on too big of a tangent, but like if their sales keep diminishing outside of like games, I could totally see them just scaling down.
I'll
the
tell you
company
right now.
just
I
for
want them to.
PlayStation.
That's an
That
interesting
would be
yeah,
topic.
right.
awesome.
If they
I
focus
could
all
go
of their
into-
resources, imagine. Just
I
imagine.
can tell you right now, that could be a topic I can go into for a long
that
time.
would
I don't
be
want them
awesome.
to get rid of music
Right.
video, all that kind of stuff, but just consolidate it. Like it seems like they might be doing. Consolidate music video,
Mhm.
do outside partnerships like they did with Spotify. That was genius.
I hope they
Great
keep
move.
making TVs and monitors though. They make a nice TV.
They
man.
do.
Yeah, well,
They do.
and that's
Expensive,
what
but
I'm
yeah.
not going to go into because there's not. But that said, why don't we get to the biggest almost issue that's.
Let's start with Greg. How do you feel about the idea that this price could be $300 to maybe even $400,
Let's
depending
stress
on
that
console?
it could be.
I'm agreeing with everybody in the chat room so far. Nate Dogg, Hamidify, GFN, everyone in the chat room saying the same thing I am. It's the same price as a brand new PlayStation 4. It's
Yeah.
just a little insane.
No
that they
sale
would,
for me.
It's
yeah.
not okay. It's
Can
not
I-
okay. If it was at $299.99, I could kind of understand.
It's
'cause
possible.
a gorgeous piece of,
Here's
of
the thing. All
technology.
he said was that it's going to be in line, similar to a new console.
Yeah.
That means yes, it could be $399. It could be $499.
Yeah.
But it could also be $249.
I think the assumption that has to be made, though, is that it has to be priced similarly to a PlayStation
Yeah.
console because this is PlayStation talking.
Okay,
Yeah.
a brand new PS3 right now costs $200.
Here's the thing, though.
Where he said new gaming consoles, meaning
That's a
newly
very-
released
Talking
consoles,
about
new
what I
hardware.
would want it
Yeah.
to be, I see them kind of dropping like a bomb like they did when they first announced the Vita price. When they first announced that, it started off at $249.99, right?
Yeah.
$250. That'd be the sweet
But
spot for
here's
me. I
the-
might pick that up. I bought the Vita at
Go
that
ahead,
price.
Dean. What were you gonna say?
That's what
Like
I said.
if you can't run this thing independently of your PlayStation, like
There's no reason.
if you can't go in
Yeah.
your VR and like shop, buy games, load it up, play it, then it's not its own console. If
No.
it's dependent on the PlayStation 4, it's an accessory.
And that's what it is. And that means technically PlayStation 4 plus PlayStation VR is going to cost you upwards of $700
Yeah, that's
potentially.
insane.
And
dude.
that's insane. It really is insane.
Especially
Here's the
since,
thing.
like the middle class citizen is
Even
really the
if
one
we're
carrying
going
the
with a
console.
lower priced gaming console of $300, in my opinion, that's still too expensive for a
Mhm.
You
standalone VR hardware.
I
If that
agree.
includes a game and maybe a couple other things as well, maybe a Move controller,
Isn't
Okay.
Oculus 300?
that's possible. We don't know yet what Oculus is going to be,
I
but
sure thought
Oculus
so
is better
too.
hardware. Don't forget. But if we can get PlayStation VR with a game like No Man's Sky and a PlayStation Move for $300, okay, maybe that might be okay.
Yeah.
But otherwise, $249.99.
That's my
Is
highest.
the sweet spot.
That's my highest.
Right, but
$199 is
Remember, it's going to be.
Perfect.
It's almost. I would say at this point,
Agreed.
it's almost guaranteed it's going to be packed with the camera.
That's not guaranteed. I
No,
don't
it's
think.
not guaranteed,
But
yeah.
that's the thing is, if it is $299, it comes with
Well,
the
does
PlayStation Move, comes with a camera.
Doesn't
Then
require the camera to track the
Yes,
motion?
it does.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I can't imagine. Here's the thing. They've done some stupid stuff, but recently they haven't done a lot of stupid stuff. With the exception of the Vita,
Mhm.
they haven't done a lot of stupid stuff. I can't imagine they would release this thing without the camera included.
To hit that price point, though, the camera was originally supposed to be bundled with the PS4
Again,
itself, and
that's
to
what
get
I'm
that
saying.
price point, they
That's
took it
why
out.
I think it's this price. That's why I think he's saying that.
I
because
would
think it's
certainly
gonna
hope
maybe.
so. And also, you know what? We don't know how much these things cost to make.
Thank you. The Oculus
But-
Dev Kit is $350.
Yeah.
But you know, it's even if they cost like maybe they're just making their money back from this price from the cost of making it. Who knows? But even so, if the technology is as good as people are saying, and it's like gonna be a thing that like this happens now, people it's catching on. Like they might be just lower it just and eat the price, and they'll sell
Yeah.
enough units. If it's
This
at the right
being a
price.
discussion too, I want to point out that none of us have tried VR, correct?
No,
I'm
Yeah.
hoping to.
None of us, so we
2
have
weeks.
no idea what it is. I still want to
Good.
get my hands on any kind of VR. I want to
Yeah.
experience it. It seems awesome, and how everybody kind of explains it when they're writing up their articles or their poster
Mhm.
or talking about it through video is that you have to physically be there in person to try it. It's unexplainable the way. it
Here's
is.
my concern with the whole idea that typically Sony will price things lower and eat the cost because they're selling software and all this kind of stuff. But that's when it is a console. As much as they want to say this might be a console, it's not. It's a peripheral. In the
Yeah.
end, this is a peripheral. It's dependent on
Yeah.
you having a PS4.
Yeah.
So they can't really do that whole thing where they price it low to eat the cost by
Yeah.
making back on software
Yeah,
and stuff
that's
like
true.
that. So that's what concerns me here is that they're going to have to price this thing at least to break even,
Mhm.
maybe to take a slight loss if they're willing to be like, okay, this is how we're going to take
Yeah.
over market share. This is
Yeah.
how we're going to become synonymous with VR is by
Right.
being the guys that go at $200. But I still don't see that happening.
Yeah.
I'm really concerned that this
Yeah.
is just going to be dead in the water like the PlayStation Move.
Yep.
But Dean, there's one more part to this story. Why don't you go ahead?
Sure. Lastly, Road to VR writes, now Sony has confirmed that the PlayStation VR will have a third native 90 Hz mode. This will offer developers who want the benefits of faster native rendering a new middle option for their target frame rate. A representative from Sony working closely with PlayStation VR confirmed to Road to VR that the new 90 Hz display mode does not come from a new display, but rather new firmware. The rep told us that they expect the 60 Hz rendering plus 120 Hz reprojection mode to be a very popular choice, though the native 90 Hz and 120 Hz options will be there for developers who want to push the limits. It also affords good headway for future growth as the game developers get increasingly adept to optimizing their virtual reality experiences for the PlayStation 4.
This is great news.
I like this a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
that's
actually
really
makes sense
cool.
to me if you know what anything that Dean just read
There's a
actually
mouthful,
means.
yeah.
It makes a lot of sense, and it's the 90 Hz thing was something I actually didn't see coming at all.
A simple way you
but
explain
I'm
it,
very
if
happy with
anyone
it.
doesn't understand it, it renders the image to your display faster. The 60 Hz is slower, 120 renders.
What it
your image
basically
fast.
means is the hertz might be directly related to frames per second if you want to just look at it that
Yes.
way.
Right.
If you have 90
Exactly.
hertz
It's gonna be
TV,
most easy to understand.
that means that you can do 90 frames per second. That is kind of the minimum that they're thinking is necessary for VR so that you don't get motion sickness. But what Sony is trying to do with the Project Morpheus is this new technology called reprojection, where even though it is 60 frames per second, it's doing interpolation technology to make it look like 120 frames per second on your display to try and limit the motion sickness.
They do on their TVs in a lot of ways, and out of all the TVs, that's why I actually respect Sony's sets more than any other companies out there. Because they do handle it the best way possible.
So, But basically what this means is for the developers that are willing to use more hardware power, not do the whole reprojection thing, and devote themselves to 90 frames per second, they might have to lower their graphics a little bit. They might have to get some things off screen. But what it means is that they're actually achieving true native frames per second, not faked frames per second.
I think that's actually going to play more of an impact, not in the gaming as much as more it's going to play in the virtual tourism.
Yeah, maybe. There's a whole other side to this.
Going to play into that more.
All right, let's open up the Skype lines, guys. Feel free to call in on Skype at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. There's the banner on the TV screen if you need it. You can talk all things gaming related.
It's also on the wall.
So, it is also on the wall. Thank you for that.
Yeah, that's how we did it all E3. It was awesome when we covered it.
Rich says, is the Sony VR the only one that lets you wear glasses?
I know that was one of the big things.
No, I think Oculus does too.
But I think that some of the other stuff has changed so that, yes, you'll be able to wear them. I think the thing with Sony was because of the way the headset is shaped, that wearing glasses is much more comfortable than the last Oculus dev kit, but I don't know anything about the new one.
Getting a lot of follows as well. Thank you to Barcenas Reborn, Barboy, Micro Penis 12.
Oh,
that's unfortunate. I'm sorry.
I apologize.
Darkness Immarmurial, G13, Bishop 420, Jord 192, Wenity, I am Goat, and many more. Keep those follows coming. Hit that heart button. Live
we didn't even. I love.
And let's take this call from Bradley.
Well, this should be good.
Hey, Brad, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show.
Hello.
What is happening? Are you from Watch Dogs?
Yeah.
Is that what you were going for?
What's his name? Aiden Pierce?
Yeah, I think it's Aiden something.
I thought, and fair play to him.
I didn't understand a thing he just said.
Bradley, you're even more incoherent with something over your mouth.
Fair play to him, man. I was burning up for the entire show so far, and I am boiling.
Same. The exact same as when he had the mask.
I was like, wait, like...
Wait, Bradley, are you just now getting around to playing Watch Dogs? What's going on?
No, I was weird, so I thought...
Are you just in character?
I had the Watch Dogs Vigilante pack up there, so I thought, you know what, let's suppose true. Boom.
Boom. What do you want to talk about tonight, Brad?
Well, let's... do you want Rainbow Six Siege?
Are you in on the beta, Brad?
Yep.
Nice.
Is it the same for Europe as it is us? Are you going to get it tomorrow?
No, that's not the beta.
What is it tomorrow?
I'm doing the technical test.
Yeah, the technical test is tomorrow.
What does that even mean?
It's basically the beta is like a glorified demo.
Right.
So this is actually like a true like what is a true beta? This is actually what that is.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
How excited are you, Brad?
I've never played a Rainbow Six game, but I want to start. So it's free, so I thought I'll go for it. See if I like it. If I like it, I'll get it.
The one thing that honestly scares me about Siege is that I never have the time to play games as it is. So in order to get that team together, when I would be willing to play, it just wouldn't work.
No,
it wouldn't work at all.
I couldn't rely on you.
It's crazy, honestly.
How long is the beta running for, or the technical test?
I think now because we're in the technical test, the technical test is till Wednesday, and then the beta starts I think on Thursday.
How many maps?
Did they say more than 2 yet? I can't remember.
More than one game mode, or just one game mode?
I think there's 2 game modes.
Okay.
Two maps, and then you have a decent amount of customization for your guys.
And you're going to be streaming it, right? On Tuesday?
Absolutely, Tuesday's going to be that stream.
Yeah.
Me, Rick, and Puss, I believe it's going to be.
How do you feel like this game is going to do holiday-wise?
I think it's going to fall under the radar for the casual parent buying a game.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to do well as far as expectations from the original fan base. There's a lot of people that are striving for...
Like critical reception as well?
Yeah, I think that the fan base is striving for another Rainbow Six
game. It's been a while.
The problem is there's a lot of other... I mean, you have Star Wars Battlefront this year, you had the Uncharted Collection, all in November Plus. I don't understand you, Brad. That's every single time!
Sorry!
It's the British, okay?
But no, I'm excited for it.
Weird.
It's cool that anything's coming out for it this soon. I think that's awesome.
When was the last Rainbow Six Vegas 2?
Yes,
Was that the
Vegas
last
2 was
one?
the last one.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Vegas.
so it's been
God.
a while.
Yeah, well, and
That was
remember
forever.
the whole issue with the original reboot of Rainbow Six?
Patriots, right?
Patriots
Yeah.
originally was what it's called. And what sucks is I'm not going to get that game, and I wanted it.
Yeah,
And
that
it
game looked
sucked.
really
Like,
good.
if you saw the preview for that,
That game looked really good.
that demo, the alpha demo or
Yeah, I
whatever,
remember, yeah.
that it was rough.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I need that.
It showed a lot of
Like,
promise,
It was
yeah.
and it just sucks. But that was supposed to be like 3 years ago. So it has been a while, but it's because they kind of rebooted from scratch. What is going on? In that?
Bradley,
sure.
you're giggling over there. What are you giggling about?
Nothing.
Just
You
watching.
crazy little too.
Any final
Learning.
remarks, Bradley?
Observing,
Just
documenting.
I am looking
Yeah.
forward to this beta, and hopefully tomorrow Mike can play with you.
Okay, cool. Maybe.
Awesome.
I'm hoping it does.
I heard
a
he's gonna
whole
smash the
thing where the
bacon.
whole world can play,
That's
not
what I
just
got.
people from the
How does that
UK,
sound?
people from America. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually don't know if that's the case. But yeah, maybe. Hopefully, you guys can play together. Keep a lookout, Brad. Thanks for calling in, man.
Thank you so much for calling.
No, don't you dare do it. Level up.
guys.
Skadoosh.
That was insane.
I love being British when he calls. It's my favourite. It's my bloody favourite.
Brad, I want you to go enjoy
Well,
yourself.
back to the
a
news.
Fanny
Yeah,
breaker.
let's see if we got any more follows at the end there. We did. Thank you to Abezel3
Thank you.
Basil.
and Barcinus Reborn again. Thank you for the follows,
Thank
guys.
you.
Basil.
Guys, there's a heart button somewhere below me. I don't know if you guys can see it, but from any device that you're watching on, it's going to look something like this. It might not be red. I think it's actually green. I could be wrong, or sometimes it's hollow.
Purple.
But if you're watching from Xbox or PlayStation, your iPhone, your Android device, your PC, your MacBook, wow, look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants. Hit that heart button. Give us a follow. You get email notifications whenever we go live. You never get to miss these beautiful faces. Yeah.
It's green.
Thank you. And thank you, Foxy the Pirate, for the most recent follow. I just saw that.
It
Thank
is
you.
green.
It is green. It's green. All right, back into the level update
Yes,
news. Greg,
yes,
you wanted to take the
yes.
story, and I will allow it.
I'm so excited. Kingdom Hearts 2.8 announced for the PS4. Are we so excited? IGN's Luke Carmali writes, he's British, right?
Yeah, he is.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Does that mean you read it in a British
Oh,
voice?
there's no quotes though. We'll keep going. Square Enix has announced Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue for the PlayStation 4. It wouldn't be a Kingdom Hearts game without a long title like that. The title follows the company's model of releasing 3 titles in the Kingdom Hearts franchise into one compilation. Kingdom Hearts 2.8 will contain an HD remaster of Dream Drop Distance, which is the 3DS game. I'm so excited for that one. Along with scenes from Unchained X called Back Cover, set to the tale of the foretellers and revealing new parts of the series' history, which I'm also stoked for. The final part of the collection is Birth by Sleep Point 2, a fragmentary passage, which is a completely new part of the story.
Jesus Christ. These freaking people.
I know, they're the devil, which is a completely new part of the story taking place after the events of the original Birth by Sleep told from the perspective of Aqua. Did anybody play Birth by Sleep?
Can we just
No.
real quick point out that this is now Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep 0.2 a fragmentary passage. That's the full title of the game.
Yeah.
Yes, that's that part of the game.
That's a part of the game, yeah.
Yeah.
That's only one game in the compilation.
That's a part of Kingdom Hearts 2.8 full prologue something?
Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue contains the games Dream Drop Distance, Unchained
Kingdom
X
Hearts
called Back Cover,
2.8 Final Prologue Chapter Amazing Awesome Fun Times.
So
Redux.
Drew and I
Redux.
came up with the theory that point 2, the fragmentary passage, is the reason why they're calling this 2.8, because 3 minus 0.2 gives you 2.8.
It's one of the
I'm good at
least accessible franchises ever.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
But it's so beautiful because it's Disney.
But you're liking it.
I haven't
Well,
gone back
liked
to it in
it.
a while. I like it. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I like it a lot. It's fun. It's not what everybody wants.
Here's the question.
For me.
Do we still
No.
get Kingdom
No,
Hearts
not even close.
2.9 after 2.8, which combines 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8 all into one collection?
No.
I just wish they would just do, like, if you make a new game, give it a number. That's it.
They did give it a number.
It's
It's
just
2.8.
Come on, Kingdom Hearts 1, you put on one on the 3DS, that's Kingdom Hearts 2.
But that's not how
I don't
the
want.
order goes
I don't
for
want
the
to have
game.
to call Eric
I don't like it.
and have him explain to me how to read this number every
You
single
know
time.
what? Then if they want to break the order, Kingdom Hearts the prequel. Be normal. Just be normal about it.
They're Japanese, which makes them beautiful and not
I
normal.
don't
I'm
like
so
it.
excited to play all 3 of these. The only one that's coming in the form of cutscenes, Recoded did in 2.5, and I forgot what the first one was.
Dream Drop Distance?
No. The first one from
Rechain.
1.5. Rechain of Memories was playable.
No, it was playable.
I forget. I think. Oh, it was the mobile game.
358 divided by 7?
No.
Yes. 358 over 2. 358
There it
over 2.
is.
Those two
Kingdom
games were
Hearts
cutscenes, so that's
Pi
going to be what this
3.1.
Aqua story is. I'm so stoked. Any more Kingdom Hearts is awesome, and I'm so
Absolutely.
excited. Dream Drop Distance is the most hyped Kingdom Hearts game that I haven't got the chance to play, and it kind of plays in the same vein as Pokemon. You collect all these little Disney monsters, and then you could call them out into battle, which is
I like Kingdom Hearts 1.
Mhm.
It's not like I'm kind of bummed because it's one of those games that like I'm trying to make myself like more than I do.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I know everyone likes it so much, but it's not happening.
I feel
But
so bad.
I'm gonna see it through because what I'm reading and what you guys told me is Kingdom Hearts 2 is what's gonna hook me.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts 2 is
Because I'm
phenomenal.
very big on gameplay, as we know.
Can you skip then to the Kingdom Hearts 2?
Can I skip to it?
No.
Well,
My
I'm already
favorite.
like halfway through the
Don't do
story.
that.
None of you have
Yeah.
played Birth by Sleep. That's my favorite Kingdom Hearts game.
And that's why I'm so
so
pissed.
Good. It's
That's why I'm so
good.
pissed, because I want 2.5 so badly to come to PS4,
I know.
and it's like, why aren't they doing this?
I
People
know.
will buy it.
Yeah.
I know.
1.5 and 2.5 both sold like 300,000 units on PS3. That's
know.
great.
That's
It will
insane.
sell just as many
Yeah.
on PS4.
Yeah.
Come on.
Probably
like,
more.
What are you waiting
Probably
for?
more.
I'm gonna finish the first one.
You have to.
Yeah.
I'm already like 45%.
I just don't want you to finish the first one and then not have a desire to finish the second, because I do feel like you would like the gameplay, especially. Of the
No, I'm gonna play the second one.
Kingdom
For sure.
Hearts 2 drops you right in, too.
Yeah.
That's the best part. So as soon as you get past all the gunk that is the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1 that doesn't make
You
any
don't like
sense.
doing
Toy
all the
Story's
good
mom.
jobs to get enough money to get on the dope ass Disney train to get to the.
But
fun
the best
party
part of
in
one
the
is
second one?
the last worlds in one. The last worlds are some of my favorite worlds. You get Neverland.
I'm
I
about to
told you
go
about
to
Peter Pan.
I'm about to go to Agrabah. That's where I left
See,
off.
my
Oh,
favorite in Kingdom Hearts
you're
1 is
not
the
45%.
non-Disney
It's not good.
worlds, like Hollow Bastion. Like, that's
Yes,
my favorite
yes,
stuff.
yes, yes.
I
The
am.
non-Disney
My
stuff.
thing says 45%.
Oh, really?
So fuck you.
Jesus, that's a good turn.
Well, there's
Yeah.
that.
got real.
Also, a really cool thing about this is that 0.2 uses the Kingdom Hearts 3 engine. It is a true
Yes.
prologue to
Right,
Kingdom Hearts
I was gonna
3.
say.
Yeah.
So essentially, to this is basically what Ground Zeroes was.
Kind of,
to
yeah.
Metal
Yeah.
Gear Solid
Yeah.
5 in a way.
Which is why I don't understand why it's called 0.2, because then it makes it feel like it's a prequel to 1.
Yeah.
Which it is, technically.
It is a
It's Birth by
prequel. It's a
Sleep.
prequel to 1, but it takes place in between Birth by Sleep, which is a prequel to 1.
Yeah.
And 1.
So freaking.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the
Yeah.
only reason why Drew brought up 2.9 all coming to PS4 is because we got a guy on LinkedIn that says that he worked on a game called Kingdom Hearts 2.9. By the way, that's why he said that.
Yeah, I don't understand why they
We
made
don't
that
get
mistake
it.
there.
Japanese
it's actually
people.
coming, right?
We love that.
Mike, go ahead. You're up.
Sony has dropped the PlayStation 4 price in Japan.
What?
They did. During TGS, PlayStation 4 received a price drop.
No.
Sony revealed the change during its PlayStation keynote ahead of past week's Tokyo Game Show. Currently priced at 39,980 yen.
Look at you.
The PS4's new price of 34,980 equates to $292.79 USD, about the equivalent of a $50 reduction. But what other territories will receive a price drop?
Can I just say first of all that when you put stuff in terms of yen, that like I read it just because USA 35,000. I'm like, what? Like that's a
Yeah.
little insane. But the fact
It's
that it's
like-
only $50, do we think this will come here? I feel
No,
like it
so
has to.
I
here,
think
me
so.
and Drew were talking about. I was like, "Why the heck is Japan?" And but he actually brought up a good point because they're having a hard time adapting from PS3 to PS4. They're not transferring over
Mhm.
at the same rate that we in the West and even Europe and everything like that transferred to the new system.
You might think the PS4 is doing amazing over there because the Xbox One is doing so terrible,
Yeah.
but
It's not
it's
doing
not
that
doing as well as you probably think it is. PS4 is doing fine and all, but it definitely doesn't have the adoption rate that PS2 and PS3 have. So they need to do something to spur some sales over there. Do they need to do that in America? Is the question, considering that PS4 is freaking selling gangbusters over here.
I feel like I feel like for
Did you look it up?
just received the-
I did. It's a little weird. A little weird.
I-
Somebody compared him to Kevin Owens.
I
That's
don't know who that was.
I don't know who that is
Right.
either. So
I feel like $350 is an appropriate price.
yeah, I
for
think
PS4.
so. Phil Spencer predicted that they will drop the price $50 here in America. So
Do they?
I don't know if that means anything, but that's just his
Yeah.
feeling over at Xbox, the head of Xbox. I agree.
feel like it's
I think it
accurate.
will.
I feel
drop.
like it's very appropriate.
Yeah.
It's gonna annoy some people that just bought the new console.
He asked
but-
Kevin Owens.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
No,
I don't
it's really. If he's watching on PlayStation, he can't really actually see my face.
Not very
man.
well.
so he
yeah.
probably sees the hair and the beard and is like, "Oh, Kevin Owens." That's what people
I'm gonna
usually do.
say he
Yeah.
looks like Cinderella more than Kevin Owens.
Whenever people, you ever
Wow.
notice whenever people try to say anyone looks like anyone, they're like hair
Yeah.
and like sort of body type, and they're like, "Yo, you look like that person."
Yeah.
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 I get
It's always
Vinny
that
from
happens.
Jersey Shore.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You look like that person.
And I hate it every time as well. Dean, why don't you take the next story, man?
Sure, dude.
This one's so exciting.
Was The Last of Us 2 confirmed this week?
No.
That was very dramatic.
Wait, did you not hear about this, right?
I did.
Okay.
IGN's Luke
adding-
Kamali writes, Naughty Dog appears to have accidentally confirmed the existence of The Last of Us 2 during a live stream focused on the upcoming Nathan Drake collection.
Possibly.
Possibly, yeah.
First noticed by GamePure during the live stream featuring community strategist Eric Manaselli, writer Josh Scher, and lead animator Eric Baldwin Scher seemed to all but confirm a second Last of Us game is indeed on the way. Quotes, all the facial animation in the Uncharted series was led up by Eric here. He begins, and on the first Last of Us, did I say the first Last of Us? No, it's not. Apparently, I was reading people. I didn't see this, but people were talking about it, and like they said, he became like very flustered.
Oh,
you
yeah.
didn't watch it?
He got red.
yeah.
He got red in the
Really
face,
well.
and he looks
And
at the
he's
guy, and the guy's like the first.
There's two guys with him, and they're just sitting there very silent, like not
So
doing
yeah.
anything. And he's like, "Did I just say the first Last of Us? I just said the first Last of Us. I didn't mean the first Last of Us." And he kept going back and forth over it.
See,
Like,
if he hadn't said that, I would be like, well, maybe because the Last of Us
Right,
left
the
behind.
Left Behind. That's what
Exactly.
Drew brought up.
But
And that's why I wanted to
that
make sure.
whole like
Right,
like
the way
nervous
he
flub up is like
reacted was what really leads
So to
everybody
finish
do it.
up, though it's not an official confirmation, if you watch the video above, know how flustered Cher becomes. Repeating himself several times and tripping over his words certainly seems like he realizes he slipped up. It's possible he's referred to the original game, then Left Behind expansion, as we just talked about, but this seems unlikely.
It does seem unlikely.
It does.
I mean, it's not really a surprise, right, that they're working on The Last of Us 2.
It would be crazy not
They'd
to.
be crazy.
Really,
Yeah.
dude.
It's one of the most groundbreaking IPs
Can we just
in the
go
last 10 years.
around the table real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
We want a Last of Us 2?
Yeah, easily. And what would we want it to be? Last of Us 2, Ellie is grown up, Joel's completely gone, and Ellie's taking care of a child.
I do think it's happening. I'm okay with it being Joel and Ellie as long as there's been a long enough.
Do you
passage of
even
time.
want? Although a lot of people are like, no, it's good as it, but like, do you want the sequel?
I do. Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
I'd be okay with the sequel as long as it was as great of a story as the original one.
Mhm.
The only way I'd be okay with any Joel or Ellie as long as if they were just basic cameos.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that would be cool.
That's I understand. Yeah.
I kind of don't want a sequel,
Okay.
And that's the boat I'm in. But like,
I would.
The first game stands on its own so well.
Yeah.
Right.
Here's where I'm at. I am just afraid of a sequel.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's really all it is.
I would be afraid if it wasn't Naughty Gods.
That's true. Yeah.
You know,
it's true.
like,
it's true.
they're unstoppable.
but
That's
that's the
very
problem
true.
is they've been talked up so much. Are they ready to fall?
And that's the thing is it happens every time they release the game. It's like, is this going to be it? Is this going to be it? Is this going to be the one where they falter? Why are they doing single player
Yeah, it's
DLC with
become
Left
like a
Behind?
tradition
Turns out it's the
that
best
they get.
freaking single player DLC ever.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they never seem to fail.
But that's where I'm at. I'm afraid of it. If it comes, obviously I'm gonna play it. I want it, and if it does, I want it to pick up right at the end of the first
Really?
game.
Tyspin says Last of Us 2 would have a lot to stand up to. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like
I
was that-
want it to pick
something
up right at
else-
the big moment there, and I want a split
I would.
to happen. You play some of the game from Ellie's perspective, some of the game is Joel's, and it's all about them reconnecting.
You wouldn't be
That
okay
would
with
be really
anything
cool.
That
like
would be cool.
like a foreign setting. You know, something completely different.
No,
that
I
has
want to
its
be
own
right back where I
unique
was.
story.
I loved that world. I loved everything that was going on.
So you wouldn't
Yeah.
like destroy Tokyo or
No,
destroy
probably not.
Russia? Can you imagine like making your way to the Kremlin?
Well,
Like-
you don't. Maybe
I feel like everything kind of looks like the world of Avatar now at this point in this world. Like
maybe
nature's kind of
like
taken over.
one of
Yeah.
their. You
Yeah.
don't know. Like that's the thing. There's
Yeah.
if they split up, maybe one of them winds up in this place. Maybe that's the whole story. Is that how they finally what brings them back together? So it's like this fate. This pair is meant to see out the apocalypse.
Warrior in White took my idea. That's what I'd love to see. In the very beginning, Joel is very old, like super old, and Ellie has to take care of him, like he took care of her, and then he'll like pass on in the beginning of the game,
They
kind of
kind
like
of
the
touched
death
that
that we got.
storyline though in the game already.
What do you
They
mean?
kind of showed that metaphor. Was Ellie taking
No,
care
but
of Joel?
her actually losing him and then having to go through this world
Here's-
by herself.
At
I
the
want
end
to
of the
see
day,
that.
though,
I love
we
Ellie.
already had the official end of Joel and Ellie, by Neil Druckmann.
Yeah, during the live event.
He
Yeah.
said, "This is this is the end. This is
Sure.
absolutely it."
Yeah,
for
people
Neil,
sure do say
for
things, though,
Joel."
don't
My
they?
concern
He
with that
does
is,
it.
honestly, I don't think they can top the relationship between Joel and Ellie.
No,
so
they can't.
what
That's
do you
what
do
I'm
if
saying,
you can't top
yeah.
something? You continue developing
Yeah.
that relationship, right?
Really?
And I feel like that's that might be what they have in their mind. Like they're probably brainstorming, right? That's what they do. The moment a game is done, I'm sure they're getting around the table
Yeah.
and they're like, "What do we do to top this first game?" And they might have been like, "I don't think we can
No.
top the first game.
Fun fact, real quick,
Yeah.
just to sidetrack. Ice Andridge says Naughty Dog failed on Crash Bandicoot. Actually, Naughty Dog didn't fail on Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot was perfect and rated very well up until it left Naughty Dog.
Sony failed on Crash
Right.
Bandicoot.
Sony is actually what failed on that.
They should have held
So-
on to that property and
Nope.
they didn't. And they learned from that.
Yep.
They
Absolutely.
definitely learned
And
from that.
anything after once they lost that Crash Bandicoot property and saw how that first one did, they have not had a poor game since.
I just know that Left Behind, that story was Ellie still.
I
And it
still
meant
haven't
a lot
played that
more
yet.
to-
I have the
What?
remastered collection. I just never got around to it.
Wow.
Oh my god.
See, that's a good example because a lot of people
that's
were
what I'm
like,
saying.
Destiny,
they thought like they
I
were going to
didn't think about
expand
it.
to
It
more
was,
Ellie stuff.
I
It's like,
wouldn't play that.
oh, we already got our
Yeah.
closure
Last
with
of Us?
Ellie. We don't need any more. And then
Left
Left Behind came out, and
None of
everyone's
it.
like, oh
That's my
shit, I was
game.
completely wrong.
I played that all
Exactly,
the way through,
exactly.
just me.
And that's my whole point is like everyone was like, I don't care about Ellie. Like the whole part of The Last of Us that made it work for me was Ellie and Joel. But then when it was
Who said
still
they didn't care
Ellie
about
and Ellie and Riley, everybody was skeptical on the Left
Really?
Behind.
Oh yeah, everybody was.
Yeah.
Just like
single
everybody's
person.
skeptical right now on Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 4,
single player
yeah.
previously. And all I'm saying is, guys, like
Yeah.
Left Behind,
Yeah.
like we did the same
Oh.
exact thing. The whole like process here.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Yeah,
like,
just breathe.
give them
breathe.
a chance.
Breathe and get through it.
Yeah, but let's say thanks some follows again here.
Yes.
Thank you to Rock Cruise 91. We also had eZombie 87, Templar Baron, Crazy Trucks 42002, Vigilante 366, Foxy the Pirate, and A Beazle. Keep those follows coming, guys. Hit the heart button live
Tap
on
it.
PlayStation, bottom left hand corner of the screen. We will shout you out, of course.
Always.
Last story.
Yeah, that one's mine. Yeah. All right, we got some Final Fantasy news, some good stuff. Strafe Girl, are you in the room? She in?
Yeah, she just got here actually.
Good
Mel,
timing.
big shout out.
All right, let's get to some awesome Final Fantasy 15 news, which is good because they weren't really satisfying
Same
people
here,
for a while
right?
there. All right.
Before we start the story, Edog wants to know if The Last of Us, this little indie game, is it worth getting for him to play, you think?
No.
That just happened.
What? Like, who says that?
Yes,
Sorry,
it
yes.
definitely is one of the best games in a long time.
Yes, Edog. Yeah.
So we got the active time report at,
Yeah.
at TGS for Final Fantasy 15. We did get some new information. We got a new video. It's on the screen right now. Let me blow it up for you guys.
A lot of
showing some
information.
chocobo riding, and we also got some fishing. It's all here. Check it out. First up, Regis, who is Noctis' father. He is the king.
Mhm.
People are wondering first about his redesign and also why he's older. He's older looking because he's been protecting the city of Lucis with a magical barrier for a very long time. He also used to fight with Core and Sid, and that's what's kind of confusing about it, is Core doesn't look near as old as Regis does,
No.
but it's because he has this accelerated aging thing going on.
Yeah.
He has a suit underneath his king outfit, and Regis' wife, Noctis' mother, has been dead since Noctis' infancy. I'm going to take a pause here. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
You know how like, everyone's Regis Philbin impression is like him in third person. He's always like, Regis is excited. That's not like the whole news story is like when I'm thinking of like Regis. Regis is older looking.
He's just like fighting. He's like, "Hold your final question."
Regis is
I have
getting
no
nervous.
idea what just
I
happened.
was enjoying the Final Fantasy 15 news because we're a video game show.
Oh my
Big
God.
ups
to
Regis
awesome.
Philbin.
Wait, keep going. This is exciting. This is exciting
Continuing,
stuff. I like
going to the female protagonist, Luna.
Yeah.
She is an oracle, and she can speak with the gods of this world.
Yeah.
She's the youngest one yet, which makes her this kind of this.
She's an
What's the
anomaly.
word?
She's an
There it is.
anomaly.
There it is.
Nailed
Anomaly.
it.
Anomaly.
Anomaly. You
I'm
got
not
it.
like an anemone. Like
Anemone?
This allows her to let Tenebrea, her country, to be somewhat governed. Niflheim still under control though.
Yeah.
Her assistant is named Gentiana.
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 Yeah, that's how
And is very important. She's the dark-haired woman that we've
Yeah.
seen in some teasers that we know nothing about.
She's a
She made a
mystery.
promise with Noctis at a very young age, but we don't know what that promise is.
Mhm.
You were just seeing in the trailer that you can ride chocobos, and it's very, very fast.
super quick.
Yeah,
super
like
quick. I didn't
Tokyo
expect
Drift
that.
thing
Yes.
going on here.
Like
he's-
they look like they're drifting on
Yeah,
chocobos.
it's
the
really
weirdest
cool.
thing.
Regis loves drifting.
Yeah.
The game, like Final Fantasy VII, does have chocobo races.
Thank
it has aerial combat.
Mhm.
Arbinger has its own gauge. That's a whole gameplay mechanic where you use the sword and you charge it up and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Airships, uncertain for final release. If they can't do it, then they'll try to add as DLC, which will be free. Here's my issue with that. If you're not designing the game around airships, I don't
Don't put
give
it
a
in.
shit.
Yep.
It does. It means that the game wasn't designed with it.
Agreed.
The whole point of an airship is like it allows you to get to locations you couldn't get to before.
Mhm.
It's a whole story element usually.
Yeah.
If you're just adding it onto the end to like fly up in the sky and make fast travel, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like design the game around it. Or
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Chocobos can be buffed when camped. Faster sprinting and higher jumping, for instance.
Awesome.
There is weapon switching, limited to 4 decks. Noctis does have a primary weapon and a sub-weapon, like the other party members do. Instead, Noctis can use the sub-weapon as a primary weapon.
I
Instead,
love that.
That's really cool. This here, freaking look at that. That looks really good. That's the fish that he caught and cooked. Awesome.
It looked like it was a commercial. Like
yeah, and then they're
so
sitting
fast.
around the fire eating it. I love it. I love the buddy,
so good.
like, vibe that's going on with this game.
It's like all four of us going out and fighting people on chocobos.
Yeah, totally. There will be some stealth elements, supposedly, in this one.
Who knows what that's going to end up being, but
Solid
excited.
Snake drops in. He's just like,
I'm down for that. Did Kojima join Square Enix?
he gets spotted by a goblin.
Literally.
Get into a battle.
And finally, as I was saying, fishing is a minigame.
Yeah.
You can use the fish you catch as food for when you camp to give you buffs. The world is seamless except for certain story areas. Car can travel off-road, but limited. There's alternate costumes, not sure if only as DLC or there will be some in the main story. We also don't know if we'll be able to equip them on the fly or if it's limited to story segments. This is really, really disappointing. There are no Moogles.
Which is crazy.
Why?
I feel like they just couldn't adapt it to the graphics that they have now.
They totally can.
Yeah.
They
Get out of
totally can.
If
You
they made
really think that-
if they made chocobos look the way they do
Chocobos
now,
are easily done. They're just big, giant fucking birds.
No,
know.
here's the thing. Everything they're doing in this game is really cool because they're taking these classic Final Fantasy
And-
creatures and making them look like they are
Yeah.
adaptable for the real world.
Yeah.
They could do that with Moogles, and it would be really exciting to see that attempt. I don't understand. It's like, it's a simple thing. Just give us
Right,
some Moogles.
Gravy Business said it perfectly. Chocobos are basically Ostrich.
Yeah, they are. You're right. I agree. But Moogles can be done.
yeah,
They
I
totally
agree.
do.
I don't see it.
They're
I think-
they're too much of an essential to the franchise to not have them in. I just
If you
Are
could
they
do-
in
it's a
every
disappointment.
They're not in every single Final Fantasy though.
Yo, Chocobos.
They're in most of them.
They're in a. No, I
Yeah.
get that, but they're not.
Since
in
Final Fantasy
every-
3, they've been in pretty much every Final Fantasy.
They carried over into Kingdom Hearts 2, and that's a crossover.
Yeah, they've been in a lot of the Final
Yeah.
Fantasy games.
Yeah.
And the other one is that Gilgamesh is not in, which is also disappointing.
What's a Gilgamesh?
It's a summon,
summon, yeah.
sometimes a boss
I
battle.
know that
Act
now.
like
I
you
know that
know
now.
it.
I do know that now. I know who Gilgamesh is.
Yeah!
He's like, oh, I know what Gilgamesh is.
I
Get outta
do.
here.
Final
True,
Fantasy.
I know that.
Gilgamesh is a shader in Destiny.
Thanks, Steve. That's all I knew about it.
Also, I've never
That's
seen a
not sucks,
Chocobo
yeah.
until right now, and they are pretty cool looking.
They are.
Chocobos, yeah.
Yeah,
First
I feel
person
like they could easily
shooters.
kill
If
you.
you cut the room in half, it's like first person shooters, JRPGs.
that's not true. I play everything, so don't pigeonhole me.
No, it's
I'm
okay.
pitching on you.
Let's open up the Skype lines, guys.
Ugh.
Feel free to call in on Skype right now at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. The name is on the TV, or you can just use the sign above me. The Level Up Show, spelled exactly.
Not
how
a
it sounds.
sign. He painted it on the wall.
I did.
Painted.
I did.
Painted on the
That's
wall. Yeah. Little did you know.
Little brush.
Little do you
paint.
know, you can call us right now. Talk to us about Final Fantasy or how you like other stuff we talked about. Go,
Right.
Drew.
We only need one more follow to hit our follow goal tonight.
What?
Nice.
Give us one more follow, guys. Thank you to Nightfox2, Arvark, R London 13, MK Rubio, Rock Cruz, and E-Zombie for the most recent follows. Keep those coming. Hit that heart button live from PlayStation, bottom left-hand corner of the screen.
Tap
and we're
it.
going to take this call from Team Eater. Hey, Team Eater, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing very well. What do you want to talk about tonight?
Well, I remember you were talking about like sequels earlier
Okay.
Yeah?
to video games, and I actually thought of a sequel that I don't think should come out. But
Go ahead,
I
man.
gave up. I don't think they should make a GTA 6.
Interesting.
What? Why?
Alright,
Why do you think that?
Here's the thing. GTA has been around since I was younger than you, and they have done very well every single time. So, what, in your opinion, makes you not want another one?
They've kind of hit their peak already, and they're kind of going downhill, especially like GTA 5. They're on top of the world, one of the best-selling games so far of all time almost. And it
Yeah,
just
you're right.
got released. But I don't think they could really pick up where they left off from
Here-
updated graphics.
I think it's a valid point.
I
No,
think
I-
it's a valid
I
point.
think
Valid
it's a very
point.
good-
I
yeah.
think it's also here's the problem. San Andreas, same exact reaction. GTA 3, if it wasn't for the fact that it was so controversial because it was one of the first games around that time to really push the limits, because it was one of the first more 3D games to really be violent and graphic with
Mhm.
it. It actually did very well. But San Andreas really pushed that limit. GTA 4, same thing.
Mhm.
GTA 4 sold ridiculously well. GTA 5
Yeah, I see what
sold
you're
as well as
saying.
it did because there's more of a massive.
But think about this. With the way, first, okay, think about the character Trevor, period, how over the top he was. That game is at where you can go before you become Saints Row.
So I don't agree with that because it's more of a realistic take. Like I mean,
I didn't ask
to an
you.
extent.
No, there is still definitely a more grounded nature to GTA than
Yeah,
Saints
right.
Row. Yeah.
Yeah, now.
But
that's what I'm
the
saying.
only
But
thing
like,
that really disappoints me is
skills
that
are
they
pushing the
Rockstar came out and said they would never do one in England, and realistically, that is the ideal area for me that I would want a GTA.
I
game
hope
in.
that they don't, just so that Sony still has that opportunity to do the Getaway and have their own GTA franchise. Because I feel like the Getaway had so much potential that was lost. It wasn't a great series, but it just had so much potential. Here's my thought on Grand Theft Auto 5. I do agree that they might have hit their peak. I don't know if Grand Theft Auto 5 can sell as well as 6 did. That game, or sorry,
6,
5 did. 5 is unbelievable. You're right. It's one of the best-selling games of all time at this point. I haven't. I'm very far into it. It is a great game.
You're figuring out how to go left.
No, I'm not. Left side, right side, strong side. I'm sorry. But I do agree that it probably is at its peak. But Rockstar would be foolish.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, even if it only sold as well as Grand Theft Auto 4, it's still selling one of the best. Any series ever.
It's only not doing well.
They
as far
have
as the
to
online,
try.
It was a unique. The GTA Online was a unique and very different, very new thing for them to take on. And so this is actually a very big beginning for them. And actually, that's where I see GTA going.
Is Mater still online?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mater?
Yeah.
Hi, I just want to compare with you Assassin's Creed in the same way as this franchise. It has its ups, it has its downs, but from a business standpoint, like we're saying, that's why they're going to probably make another one, my man.
Yeah. And also another thing I wanted to say is give it a break. I do think that we just had Grand Theft Auto 5. We just had it remastered. It did amazing. It's still doing amazing. And sometimes it even enters back into MPD. Give it some space.
GTA 4
Red Dead Redemption
7
2.
years?
For fuck's sakes.
Right.
I think you're going to see Red Dead before you see GTA
100%.
6.
That's the thing I loved about Rockstar, and I respect them probably more than any other publisher, is that the last GTA game was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And then the previous one before that was 7, 8 years ago. They had Bully, they had Red Dead,
That's another one,
they had multiple different franchises in between.
Ping Pong.
They had the Ping Pong one, which I don't
forget
understand. I forgot all about it for the Wii. Right? Yeah.
No, it was on the Xbox.
Oh, it was on the Xbox.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
But
I did love GTA 5, man. I was just like thinking.
It's a great game. Yeah.
PlayStation 3 when it first came out.
Yeah, same with
Jen
me.
got it for my birthday that year. It came out like the day before my birthday.
Yeah, it did.
And then, dude, I just played nothing else. It was awesome.
But no, I think that I think you have some time before you have to worry about GTA game coming out again. It's not like any other company. I mean, I know you're younger. I'm not trying. That's not like a negative thing, but I don't think you haven't been around enough to see how long they space these games out. You will, like they said, you'll see another Red Dead. I actually want to see Bully before I see Red Dead.
You might even see Agent. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know?
I think we're going to start hearing some news about Red Dead pretty soon.
I think Rockstar in general will just be releasing stuff.
But still, a great call, a great comment. Thank you for calling, Teammater.
Absolutely.
Oh, but yeah, because I was also kind of confused. Like when they released GTA 4, they released it, and then just a little bit after that, they released it again, and with add-ons to it. So like there was a different story modes.
In GTA 4, is that what you said?
Yeah.
I honestly, I didn't really know GTA 4 well because I didn't like GTA 4. I actually stopped maybe 10 hours in.
Yeah.
I did not like.
I hated GTA 4. That's what threw me off. I never played anything of 5 because GTA 4 turned me so off.
Not very on that. I'm sorry, Teammater. We do have to move on with the show, man. But thank you so much for calling in.
I don't know. I have nothing.
All right, see you later, man.
Hang out with you guys.
Level up.
Level up.
It's like crack.
All right.
Domain 24 is talking about me. He said the guy with the hat. In the chat room, he said the guy to the left never talks.
Yeah, I was confused. Is that sarcastic? I don't understand.
I don't know if you're trying to be like funny, but I've never heard that in my life.
You actually haven't been very talkative.
I'm in the chat all night. I'm talking to everyone.
In comparison to other ones, you are very quiet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like rein it in because sometimes I have us the running over factor here. And then also I'm really enjoying the chat room tonight. The chat room is very much on fleek, guys.
Yeah, we're pretty much on time. Yeah. We're gonna actually move on to a commercial break, and then we'll be right back with one of our viewer submitted segments. So hold on tight, guys. We'll be right back in about 60 seconds.
Whoop, whoop. Do you ever have one of those like moments where you just start thinking about like games, and then you're like, I fucking love video games.
Yes,
I know.
It happens the weird, like sometimes I'm in the shower and I start thinking about a game I was playing. I was like, God damn, I love video games, man.
It's a good life, Greg.
It really is.
It's a good life, Hazel Grace. It's a good life. Faults in Our Stars reference number 1. Number 2 is also the caption of my Instagram post because of Drew. Number 3, to answer on your point, sometimes I'll just be laying in bed. It's not in the shower. Sometimes I'll just be laying in bed and I'll stare at my shelf of video games and I'll look and I'll be like, God damn, I need to play Uncharted 2 again. Or like, I'll have those moments where I'm like, oh my God, I loved this game so much.
It just sucks because like, that time is gone where you can go back and play games.
That's what I was about to say. I think
know.
with me, for gaming, it's more of a fond memory.
Yeah.
I still love gaming, don't get me wrong, but when I think of the best gaming moments of my life, I think back to summers off and playing Final Fantasy.
all-night.
Yeah, when you were a kid,
all night.
it was a new level when you were a kid, dude. You were
I'll never have that again, unfortunately.
No.
But it's still, I'm more invested in the industry now than I am in actually playing the games themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm more invested in
It's probably
games,
50-50 for me.
Yeah.
There was a time where it was getting like that, but then lately, for some reation, the past
I love learning about the industry, but like, if somebody was like, you could play games or like read gaming news, I'd be like, yeah, I'll play games. I feel so off if I don't play something for like at least like 20 minutes in a day.
That's
Like,
crazy.
Really? Every day?
Yeah.
That's good. I wish I could do that.
Same.
I miss days, obviously, but like I just feel off if it happens.
Yeah.
Gotta play something.
Welcome back, Level Uppers. This is the Level Up Show, episode 91, a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. You can follow us right now at twitch.tv/the Level Up Show. Or hard us live from PlayStation. Bottom left-hand corner of the screen, just tap that button.
Tap it.
Name will pop up on the TV. We'll shut you out. Also, I haven't gone through this yet. Please follow us on Twitter at the Level Up Network, Level spelled LVL. Tweet at us with questions that we might use on the show, like this next segment. We've got youtube.com/the Level Up Show, Level spelled LVL, for archives of all these shows. But also, Dean and Greg here have this superhero nerdiness show called Power Up on every week. They're going to be doing a live one tomorrow here on Twitch at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so please check that one out. If you want to check out our t-shirt shop, it ends tonight. We do have a t-shirt up right now. It is the Trophy War between Dean and Greg here. So go to t-shirt or levelupshow.spreadshirt.com just, for the next couple hours, and then it goes down into the vault. And then finally, we're very close to reaching our next milestone on Extra Life. It's extralife.org/participant/the Level Up Network. $40 more, and we reach our $1,250 milestone. So maybe we'll actually do something if that happens.
Drew's going to take a drink break because he just talked a lot. So I also want to reinforce that we're really excited, guys, for Extra Life, and we can't wait for that to happen. That's going to be November 7th later this year. Not only are we raising money for cancer research for a whole bunch of kids, but we have a fun day plan. We were planning some stuff, and we're excited.
Do you want to talk about that real quick?
We're so
already
excited.
thinking about doing that anyway, and we're
on time. Yeah. So I think we can take a second here to talk about the first couple milestones that you guys can look forward to. I'm going to open up the outline for a moment. But yeah, explain what Extra Life actually is, what it is benefiting.
And it's not...
It's not benefiting kids' cancer, everybody. What it is what the charity does itself. You donate money to them, and while sick children are in hospitals recovering from diseases like cancers, other stuff that are detrimental to their health, while they're growing up, they get to have normal childhoods and enjoy all the hobbies that we take for granted every day in video games, Netflix, everything, Hulu Plus, Amazon. It's really, really cool what they do. So they get to, like I said, enjoy the content that we love talking about with you.
All right, I do have the milestones up.
Yeah,
hit me with it. So I just looked. I forgot what number.
We don't have one for $1,250, but if we hit $1,250 tonight, we'll just come up with one on the spot.
Yes.
But if we hit $1,500, we found out about this little thing yesterday at Dean's party that they used to do something called fart candy.
What?
So much.
Fart candy.
Yes.
Take it, and suddenly you're farting.
Yeah.
And we will all take fart candy if we hit the $1,500 milestone. I want this to happen during Extra Life.
So bad.
So that we could just go for all day just farting, filling this room. I think that'd be really fun.
We're going to be together for
$1,750. We will do the Kylie Jenner challenge live, and then we will play a game of Heads Up after our lips are inflated to fullness.
We encourage you all to join us in these adventures.
And to pay homage to the Trophy War finale, if we hit $2,000, all four of us are going to be drinking a full glass of lemon juice. Full glass.
I'm going to try not to have a cancer show this time.
Can we change and put that as number for 15,000 or
15,000? Jesus.
I'm like, oh my god.
Getting ahead of yourself here. What is fart candy? It is basically candy that makes you fart. Kind of exactly how it sounds.
I'm skeptical on how it's going to work because I'm very scared, but like I'm also excited.
It's no weird thing. You literally take it and you sit around, and then before you know it,
you're farting.
You're farting.
I'm scared that
is it like audible farts or is it silent but deadly?
No, you're gonna hear it.
Yeah,
that's even better. That's what I want.
You don't. It's like
that's what I wanted.
You don't like feel anything any kind of way. Like your belly is not like you don't feel like indigestion. It's just you just fart. You just have a lot of gas.
Yeah. That's where we're gonna stop. We do have milestones all the way up to $5,000, but we're gonna stop there for now.
You just fart. You got a lot of gas and you just fart. I want that to be their like Twitter bio line.
All right, let's move on, guys. Next up. On the spot. As we were saying, you guys can submit your questions on Twitter at the Level Up Network with hashtag on the spot if you want to be featured on each Sunday show. So let's find out who this week is from. Dear the Level Up Show,
Aw.
who is the most annoying character, heroes and enemies, that you found in a video game and why? Sincerely, Strife Girl LP. Her second question now featured on the Level Up Show.
Proud of you, Mel. We love you.
Thank you, Mel. So yeah, guys, the most annoying character that you've encountered, and we'll try and do a hero and a villain.
Yeah.
Do we each get one?
I think we each get one of each.
Can we start on this side?
No, I'm not ready.
I'm not ready.
Drew, are you ready?
Oh, geez. Okay.
I have one, but I don't have one that I want to be my one.
Hero-wise, Rico from Killzone.
That's pretty good.
Really?
He
I know why.
is an annoying
Pretty
character. Like, so much so that when you play Killzone, you play the next one to see him die. And you're just waiting, like, hoping, please let this character die.
That's so true, I feel like.
Yeah.
Another one, just another one that you wanted to die in a game recently. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't think so.
What's her name? From Until Dawn.
From Until Dawn, exactly.
Everybody said the same thing.
The Asian girl. What's her name?
Emily, that dirty ass bitch. I hated her. She was the devil, but I kept them all alive.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
I resisted, but man, spoiler alert for Until Dawn. That part where you're playing as Matt and you're saving her.
Help me.
Literally saving her. You're holding her hand out and she's degrading you while you're trying to save her life.
I didn't watch it, by the way. What did she actually do?
You're holding onto her hand. She's hanging off the edge of a cliff, about to fall into an open mine shaft. You're holding her with all of your strength as this tower that you're holding her on is collapsing. She's like, Matt, you're worthless. You're a piece of crap. Why don't you pull me up? What are you doing? Help me. You're doing absolutely nothing.
Fuck you, bitch.
And there's a moment where it literally says, hang on to Emily or drop Emily. And I was so tempted to drop her, but I'm like, I don't want her to die.
Why didn't you?
Because I had to save everyone. I had to
Bye, Felicia. just let her go.
So that's my hero.
That's a good pick.
Greg,
is she a hero?
I feel like she's the enemy.
She's the devil is what I consider her to be. I have a villain.
Okay.
My villain is Jack 2, not Jack and Daxter 2. Jack 2, the villain in that game, one of the minor villains, Crew. I hated Crew, but I guess he did his job at me hating him. He's essentially this huge fat guy that floats around. He can't walk. He has like these little feet that just kind of dangle from him, and he just hates on Jack and Daxter the entire game. When you finally get to shoot him with your shotgun and blow him up into oblivion, it's the best feeling in the entire world. I hated Crew. And as for my hero, I want to say... Drew's probably going to hate me for this.
Wait, I want to say, why can't Strife Girl hear anything? Do we know?
She's having problems with her stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are we still up?
No, we're good.
We had 120 drops frames, but that's over the course of
how
long?
She has a choppy connection, I heard her say earlier.
Okay. Okay.
And then as for my hero, I'm going to go with Connor in Assassin's Creed 3. Hated.
Oh, damn it, Greg, that was mine.
He ruined the game for me.
He was such a crybaby.
The worst.
All he did was
I'm an Indian. They're all killing me. Get over it. Go do something about it then. Don't just sit here and whine.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't go from that aspect.
No,
but I agree.
I feel like those were logical reasons.
I feel like you're gonna get a little more hate than it's probably.
He's the worst. His mom was like a saint of the Indians. Like she was like the tribal healer, and she always complained about.
He always was like crying about like his mission, like being an assassin. Like he did, like this is it, dude. This is what you do.
Just
like
do
he
it.
always
Get it
was
done.
like, oh my god,
go do it or get burned.
And then they forget. I don't know if
house.
it's like the light they painted him in, because like then at the end he's got like this like quick montage where he gets his mohawk and he's like, now I'm cool.
Yeah.
But, like everyone remembers the first 30 hours.
Yeah. The mohawk ain't helping you now.
He was my hero as well. Yeah.
I'm having a hard time because I know there's a few, and I know there's a few from like PS2 era more than anything else.
Okay.
I can't remember the most recent one. Realistically, Claptrap.
Claptrap
the hero
too, man.
Huh?
I'm with you on that.
Because you know what? It was what sucks about it is you when you hear him the first time, with the exception of a few times, he's like he can get annoying so here and there. But for the most part, he's funny. But then you hear it the second time, and the immediate moment you hear the same thing the second time, you're like, shut the up, like 100%. I will destroy you.
Yeah, I didn't find him funny. I found him very, very annoying.
I get that.
Yeah.
As far as enemy goes for me, in Final Fantasy, there's a villain or enemy called a Marlboro. Anybody know what I'm talking about here?
No, cigarette.
But it does this certain move called Bad Breath. And it basically causes every single status ailment on all of your characters all at once. And it's
That
just
sucks.
the most... everybody gets poisoned, confused, falls asleep. It's the most frustrating battle because the moment you finally, like, antidote, blindness, like eye drops, you get everybody finally back to their normal status, he does bad breath again. And then he's just back to the same spot. He's the most annoying enemy
That's the
ever.
worst.
I
That's
hate
the
that
worst.
freaking
Oh, you know
enemy.
what? I know what's my favorite, the biggest enemy I know. Activision.
That doesn't count.
They reach their fucking hands and everything, ruin it for everyone else because they're greedy as shit.
Warrior and White said Ezio saw his family get killed before his eyes and he was still caring. Fuck. True story.
I disagree with whoever said Arno. I really enjoyed Unity. I'm like the one
Arno
exception.
I thought was cool. He was like smooth.
I loved him. I thought he was like a smooth Frenchman. And Mazlik has a great pick for a hero. He said Navi from Zelda. Hey, listen!
My villain is, well, first of all, shout out to the Duck Hunt dog.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
F that dog.
I hate him.
My villain I'm choosing though is Gary from Pokemon.
Oh, good choice.
He is such an asshole.
Gary, dude. I could not stand Gary. Every time you did anything, you would walk and you would go to fight the Elite Four, and he was like, "You're gonna fight Elite Four?
Yeah.
You're gonna fight me first." You're like, "Get out, Gary. Go away."
You know what's fun?
He always had like the upper level of the evolution too of all the like. I had a Magikarp. He'd come out with like
Gary's
a Gyarados. I'm like, "You're the worst."
Gary's like a tall, well-built man that I know.
Oh my god,
that's so true.
He's the Gary to my
You are Ash, and he 100%. I agree with that.
Wow.
You know what's funny? Actually, by the way, just a little side note. Professor Oak was supposed to be the last guy you fought in Pokemon.
Weird.
What?
Yeah, and then they were like, we actually don't like that idea. Like, when they thought about it, they're like,
that would have
as
been
great as that
weird.
was, we don't like that idea.
No, Professor Oak's like your dad.
You know what though?
But he wasn't originally.
If he
was
was,
actually supposed
if
to be
they
an
went the route
asshole
of like
always.
he's like he was your dad the whole game, but he was the Pokemon master, I'd be like, that's a pretty.
I'd
good
be like,
twist.
that's pretty pimp. That's pretty pimp.
Pretty good twist.
Yeah.
GFN said Aiden Pierce in Watch Dogs as a hero that he disliked.
I didn't play enough
most
to know, but I could
enemy
see it.
Is Mr. Rossetti in Animal Crossing? If you
Yeah,
guys,
play that.
no one in this room knows it.
No.
I swear to you.
I know he's an
everybody-
asshole. I've heard that, but
Domain
everybody
agrees
in
with
the
your
game.
AMV. He said yes, that's the best pick for somebody you hate.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I would totally replay Unity too. I don't know who wouldn't replay Unity.
I liked you today.
I liked it.
This is a good on the spot.
that was a very good
Thank you,
one.
Mel. That was awesome.
Her second one, and they were both good. So thank you so much, Mel.
That she can hear it though.
I
She can go back on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will, of course, go on YouTube, guys. Go to youtube.com/TheLevelUpShow. Subscribe, because all of our archives go on there.
Good segue.
And let's get back into the level updates.
Dun, dun,
Segment 3 now,
dun.
guys. All right, so first up, I'll take this one.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
I
go
think.
for it. Yeah.
Square Enix announced a new old-school JRPG IP.
Awesome.
It's called
What?
Project Setsuna,
Oh,
and
come
I have some gameplay from their newest
Perfect.
stream at Twitch. So I'll put this up on the big screen for you
Like
guys to check out.
classic, like almost a modernized version of what Final Fantasy was back in the day.
Pretty much. Silicon Era writes, Square Enix are working on a new console RPG that is codenamed Project Setsuna. According to Square Enix, the theme of their new IP, Project Setsuna, comes from the Japanese word of setsunasa, which roughly means sadness or sorrow.
It will not be called Project Setsuna. Let's put that out there right now, so no one's annoyed when they change the name.
I think they're thinking of calling like a moment of sorrow, a moment of sadness. I
Yeah.
think that's what I've been reading. During an interview, Yasuka Matsuda said the development team of Tokyo RPG Factory that was revealed alongside the project centers around a team of external developers, including a number of freelance staff. This is a new team at Square Enix, which is really cool because
That's
they're getting these people from third parties and freelances and stuff like that because they want to do mid-level RPGs again. That's what's really exciting
Thank
about
God
this.
for that.
The development period for Project Setsuna is expected to be short, and the game will release sometime in 2016. Once it is released, they'll carefully look over the results and decide on whether they'll continue growing it into a big IP.
That means it relies on you guys to support it. So if you think it looks cool, that means you need to buy it. And
I
buy
wonder
it
if it's
new.
going to be full priced.
I'm going to guess it's going to be a $40.
I think it'll be a little cheaper too, I agree. And finally, quote, it's important to create new IPs, but creating big IPs is difficult, said Matsuda when asked about making new IPs. Quote, having been looking at the game industry up until now, it's quite common to see a video game series take the form of a trilogy. In that sense, we need to have at least 3 titles before knowing whether we'll continue growing or not. It's a smaller scale challenge up until the second title. And if you raise the series enough to expect a big hit on the third title, that's when you can increase its scale. Once that third title becomes a success, that's when I have nothing to worry about. So as I said, they're going to kind of test the waters with this new IP, but I really, really hope it succeeds because this is what I
graphic style
wanted.
alone,
Yeah, exactly.
right now.
That's
Right
what I was
this
just gonna
second,
say.
I want
The
it.
graphics on this game are
I'm
so
hoping.
superb.
Do you think it's going to be crossed by PS Vita and PS4?
It is on Vita as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
on Vita.
Yeah, so I do think it could
I
be
would
cross-buy.
imagine.
100%. I want it.
And what's cool
I
is
want
it kind of is like Bravely Default if you develop for a console. It doesn't have voice
Yeah.
acting. It's kind of turn-based. It also has a lot of Chrono Trigger sensibilities. One of the locations looks straight out of Chrono Trigger. The music sounds like Chrono Trigger. And they actually do an exact move from Chrono Trigger called the X-Slice. So I wonder if it may be a spiritual successor.
That would be
That
awesome.
would be amazing. I'm really looking forward to this. Go ahead, Mike. You're up.
Metal Gear Online was detailed.
Yeah.
Kind of leaked almost before it was actually put out. But the game modes have been put out. They are Bounty Hunter, which if the team wins, where the team wins if the number of enemy team tickets is reduced to 0, similar to how it's done in Battlefield. Killing or Fultoning an enemy reduces the enemy tickets by 1. Fultoning an enemy increases your team's ticket total by the value of the Fultonized enemy's bounty. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
So it not only does it take away from the enemy team, but if it's rated as like a 3 level, it will put your tickets up higher.
That's a very cool use of the
I
Fulton mechanic,
love
and it's
that.
basically the team deathmatch of this.
Absolutely. And I love all of it. Cloak and Dagger is pretty cool to me. Attackers win by recovering a data disk and uploading at the evac point within the time limit. Defenders win by preventing the upload. Attackers are armed with only non-lethal weapons, while defenders only have lethal weapons. This is an elimination mission. Once eliminated, you cannot return to the battlefield until the next round. I love that actually the most. Because that's what I loved about the original SOCOM.
Yep. It's
But
basically capture the flag.
It's capture the flag, but at the same time, it's a little tougher because I mean, in just like it's what you die once and you're out. If you pass out once, you're out. But the one team only has non-lethal weapons. It's kind of interesting that they're going that route. So it's going to be an interesting balance control. And then there's comm control, where attackers must capture comm links to download confidential intel. If the attackers complete the download within the time limit, they are victorious. If the defenders are able to prevent this within the time limit, they are victorious. Comm links can be captured by staying within the effective range of the comm links until they charge ownership. Some of these things, like you said, they're kind of twisted in a way, and I think Metal Gear will twist it in a good way. But it's nothing really.
That's
new.
basically zones, or what else would it be called in other games?
Yeah, I can't remember.
I think zones was kill zone. What's it called in Halo when you have to like capture zones and hold on to them? What was it?
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill.
I was just gonna say King of the Hill for Uncharted.
But then the classes are interesting. This is what threw me is that there's Scout class, Enforcer, and Infiltrator. Now the Scout class is with advanced scouting capabilities. The Recon class specialties are long range combat and support functions. But what's weird is movement speed and strength are average, making this a great choice for beginners. So they're kind of changing the different types of classes that you make depending on your experience, which I don't know if I like. But then the Enforcer class with great strength. The Heavy class specializes in powerful weapons. However, the movement speed is slower, making this class less effective in close quarters. It's for intermediate. And then Infiltrator, fast moving. The Infiltration class specialty is close combat, as such as CQC. Due to the low strength, you should avoid head-on battle. And this is a class for experienced players, which that kind of says to me you're going to be kind of like Snake. You're going to want to go sneak up behind a guy and take him out. But I don't know if I like that part. The only part I don't like is that I don't want to be secluded to a class just because I'm better with one. Like I don't want to be like my handheld.
You want to choose
with a Scout class, but I don't want to be like punished for going up and wanting to choke a guy.
Once again, let's acknowledge the followers here because we are getting a bunch. We are getting closer to our second follow goal of the night. We just need another like 18 follows to hit the next follow goal, guys. Thank you to Wolf Striker, Matt Commander, Dad Rizzle, Def Switch, I Am Lazy Boy, Damananu, KP 2 Point, A Devergree, Cosmic Travo, Unicorn Fairy, Big Jim N, Tama 90, Beast Ducks, Mazlik 89, Night Fox, Harvark, and many, many more. Keep those follows coming. Hit that heart button live from PlayStation. You will pop up on the TV. We'll shout you out like Chi-Town Born 60644. Thank you for the follow. Keep them coming, guys. We're also on Twitter. We're on YouTube. We're on Spreadshirt, and we got Extra Life trying to raise money for sick children throughout the United States. Keep that ball rolling, as well as Dean reads this final story in this segment.
Here you go. I'm going to read it with my mouth.
Sony
Worldwide Studios still has unannounced games for 2016, and that's what I'm talking about.
Crazy!
In an interview with with Japanese magazine Famitsu, SCE President Shuhei Yoshida, There are still internally developed games coming to PS4 next year that are yet to be announced. Which games do you think he's referring to?
I don't know, man.
I actually have no idea.
I really don't know.
What are they working on that we don't know about?
Well, Gorilla, we still. Oh no, we.
Sony Santa Monica,
No,
but
we
that's
know
not
Gorilla's-
Sony
Gorilla's
Computer
Horizon.
Entertainment Japan. Like,
No.
or does it count? Does Sony Santa Monica count in this? Here, what he's
The
talking
Last
about?
Guardian 2.8 Rechain of Memories.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Well, no, I don't know. It's because we know what Santa Monica's working
Yeah.
on.
We don't know if they're.
No, we don't know
We don't know
officially.
for sure.
Everybody's
Oh,
guessing.
come on.
Quantic Dream, we don't know. do
It's
we?
not supposed to be known.
Quantic
We
Dream,
know they're
we
working on God of War, but we're not supposed to know that.
I
Do we
don't
know
know,
Quantic
dude.
Dream?
They probably have a lot of
No.
They probably have a lot of indies. I would imagine that. I'd be willing to bet they acquired some new indie studios. In fact,
Yeah.
But as far as AAA stuff goes, I really don't know.
But the thing that's crazy here is he says it's going to release next year. It's not just going to be announced. It's also going to release in 2016.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
Quantic
wild.
Dreams. at
I would
Paris
really
Games
like to
Week or
see something from Quantic Dream because I didn't realize how much I wanted Until Dawn. Like I was hyped for that game until I played it, and that's super massive games. But the Quantic Dream style games from Heavy Rain, and what was the one before that?
That was Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit, yeah,
Or
Fahrenheit.
Indigo Prophecy.
Yeah.
Oh, Sucker Punch.
So good.
Oh yeah, Sucker Punch could be working on something. That's true.
Ooh.
Thank
The
you,
question is if that counts as Sony Worldwide Studios. I guess it does, right?
Sucker Punch for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
Sucker
Yeah,
Punch
they're
for
all
sure.
first
They're
party.
owned by Sony, so
Yeah,
they're
I
first
feel like
party.
this means any
Quantic
first
Dream
party.
isn't owned by them.
No, Quantic Dream
It's
is not.
second party.
I didn't
yeah.
say Quantic Dream. You did.
Oh, I thought you said they were all owned by Sony.
No, I said.
But still, Quantic Dream is definitely going to announce a game
They have
very
to.
soon.
They have to.
I wonder what it's going to be.
Same.
But yeah,
I want to know what Sucker Punch is working on,
I do
and
too.
it better be
Me
Spider-Man
too,
involved.
dude. That's probably my big one.
What, Spider-Man, Sucker
No,
Punch
just
game?
whatever Sucker Punch is doing.
Yeah.
I love that studio.
Do you think they're going to be doing another Infamous?
No, I hope not. They need to move on. They need.
I don't
to
think
do
Sucker
better.
Punch will do Infamous.
No, you really don't. Think
I don't think
No.
Sucker Punch will. I think that somebody will. But I don't
agree.
think Sucker Punch
I
will.
agree.
Who would
Sanzaro.
you want?
Sanzaro.
Yeah.
I would love Sanzaro.
I think that they're going to start putting a little more
I'd get
faith
down with
behind
that.
them.
Or what if they give the reins to Santa Monica?
They could, but I
Or
don't think
Sony,
they would.
Sony Benz. Do we know what Sony Benz doing?
I think what happens with Sony, and I think this is smart what they do, I think they let a series run its course,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't let it die. They let one of the smaller guys come up, take the reins, see if they can handle it,
Yeah.
and then they let those established big first parties, they have control. You know, they trust them at this point. It's like, whatever you want to do. What's the next IP that you want to do it. You know, we'll let the little guys take over this previous IP. And I think that's smart. I think that's the right way to do it.
I
agree.
agree. I agree. I like that a lot.
Rick said Cole vs. Delson. Just let me have a definite conclusion of the series. I'm so down.
Oh, I would
Just
love.
because I want to see Cole wipe the floor with Delson.
What would you do? What would you
Big
do?
time.
PlayStation Experience. We get the last trailer of the conference is a puff of smoke and a strike of lightning.
Dude, I love
God.
I would
Cole.
But wait.
Why?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the only way I want this to happen. Then you do not play either of them until the very end.
No,
No,
I want to
no,
play.
no.
I want to play as Cole.
Hold on, wait. But you have to choose, and that's the determining whose
Who do you
side
play
is right.
as then?
I would play as
It's
you would
gonna
have
be
to.
a brand new person.
No. That's what happened with Second Son, and it was bad.
You need to
But that's
play
what- it's
as
not gonna-
Cole
it's not gonna
and
be-
go for the evil ending of Second Son.
I want
That's
Cole.
what you
I want
need.
to play as Cole,
Yes.
big time.
Mhm.
I love.
I
that
miss
character.
him. I
The
miss
evil
him.
ending of
I
Second
didn't
Son
do it, by the way.
is
So
I
much
didn't do
so
better.
dickish.
Dude,
Oh.
it's brutal.
Oh, I still need to play it for the trophy.
Oh
But
my
it's
God.
so much better than the good one. So much.
It's
It
not
is
like
better.
he goes around and destroys a world. He just does one thing
Oh my
that is
God.
so bad.
What does he do?
Dude,
Well,
they
I'm not gonna tell you.
it's kind of justified
They said
though.
the evil ending of Second Son is canon.
I
They
don't think
didn't
so,
say
did
that. It was rumored that they were, and Sucker Punch was asked in an
Didn't
interview,
you
and they
really
said,
hope that like
"I know."
the lightning was gonna come down and it was gonna be like this is not going down this
Like
way?
an after
I
credit
was like,
scene would have been like,
oh,
and like you just see him pop up.
he was such
Oh.
a good he was such a he wasn't like yeah, I'm gonna be the greatest hero of all time, and he wasn't like man, but he was just
the
like
worst
he
anti-hero.
was like, all right,
Yeah.
I got
Or
a
the
job
best
to do,
anti-hero.
and I'm gonna get it done.
Infamous
Like, I
Second
loved
Son
it,
is a
dude.
fetch quest.
Yeah.
All you're doing is
Yeah.
getting this power to save a woman. It's
Yeah.
like it's so minuscule in the
Yeah.
grand scheme of things.
It
It doesn't
really
have
is.
this epic scale to it.
Yeah,
That's why I
right.
disliked.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
It's just
Agreed.
all right. That's the end of that segment. I have to take a quick bathroom break,
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
let's go to commercial, and we'll be right back, guys, in 60 seconds with
Okay.
the rest of the level update. Hold on tight.
Yeah, Rick says I want to see Cole fight Delson, but I want it to be the evil Delson who.
And keep those follows coming, by the way, because we're getting a lot of
No,
follows.
and that would be cool if they did like kind of like
Hit that hard button, guys.
like Civil War style, where it was. You know,
Delson has the power to have any power. He would obviously win. Nope.
No.
Tell me right now, Cole will win.
Cole would wipe the floored with hate.
Delson was.
The problem is
That's
Delson
like
doesn't
saying
realize-
Batman can't take down Superman because Superman is all
Right.
powerful. Like
Right,
Batman
that's
can
actually-
take
Right,
him out.
I agree
Let's
with
But
be
and
honest.
also, I feel like Cole has more finesse. He's had
Cole's
the
a
power
veteran.
longer.
Yeah,
he's
he's
more
more
experienced.
experienced,
Right,
And he
yeah.
knows
Much
how
more
to
experienced.
handle his powers better. Delson
Right.
just kind of fumbled along and got lucky half the time. Let's
Right.
be honest.
Uh-huh.
Like, half the boss battles in that game, you're just kind of like, oh, wow, Neon can get rid of concrete. That's
Uh-huh.
awesome. I'm glad I got this new power. Like,
Also, let's not forget if they include Festival of Blood as canon, then Cole has more than one power too,
yeah.
which was awesome.
Well, he
I
already
never
has
played
more
it.
than
I
one
never
power.
got to play
Festival
it.
of Blood was
I know.
awesome,
I heard it's
dude.
great.
You've never played Festival of Blood?
No.
It's really good.
So
You know what's funny is Drew is
and Halloween's coming up. You should totally
Yeah.
buy it and
I
download
don't
it.
have anything to play it on, Greg.
yeah.
What's funny is me and Drew, like Drew always like when we would get games the same game,
Mhm.
he would always like somehow magically pull it out of his ass and finish it. And it would be like a week and a half in the game, and I'd be like near the. I'm like, what the fuck? So that was like one of the first games that I was like constantly going on the PS3 and checking his trophies versus mine to see who got it first. And I was so freaking close. But I had Danny, and I had a couple things come up, and he just like one day he put in like 4 or 5 hours, and he like almost pretty much
Talk about The
finished
Last
it.
of Us.
Yeah.
Or no, not the last
No,
of Us. Infamous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I
hated
still
you
want to
so much
platinum
for that.
those games. I didn't platinum Infamous 1 and 2, and I'm really, really close on both. But
Arr.
the ones that I have to get to like do a platinum is like complete the game on hard and max out all your powers, and like it's just
Oh,
like I'm
Infamous?
always like it's gonna
Rick, I
take
wouldn't like
time.
2 separate
Yeah.
games
Oh,
of
the
playing
first
as
two.
Delson
Oh,
and
the first-
Cole
yeah,
as the good and evil
those
missions,
games
but
were-
I would like
the
to play
new
one
one's
game where
really
you
easy
swap
to
back and
platinum.
forth.
I looked at it and I
That'd
was
be
like, this is
awesome.
nothing.
I
This is
played
a
them in
joke.
like 3 days, like
Oh.
3 or 4 days, I think.
A big goodbye to Tempest. Have a great week.
See you, Will.
We
Have a good
love
night,
you.
bud.
Later, man.
See you, Will. Thanks for stopping in, man. Welcome back, Level Uppers. This is the Level Up Show, episode 91, a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We're getting a whole lot of follows tonight. We just need 11 more to hit our follow goal.
Yeah.
Thank you to King of COD, Boggy FTW, Julie Stir, Crooked Fire, T-Rosity, TTU, John Cooley, Natural Born Gamer, Town Born, Wolf Striker, and many more. Keep those follows coming. Hit that heart button live from
Tap
PlayStation.
it.
Bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Your name will pop up on the TV. We'll shout you out. And also check out all the other channels that we have listed on the TV. Did I miss anything while I was out?
You missed Mel getting her sound back. She can hear us again, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen.
That's good. I'm glad that you can hear
No,
us.
we just kept talking more about Infamous. Oh,
Oh my god, did you guys hear that? No.
How much do you want back, Greg? Jonathan?
What was that?
I don't know. I thought I heard something.
Oh, don't you feel
I love when he sings.
forever and always? I'm always here.
This is something that Greg wanted to do.
I wish we had a freeze frame. I wish we had a freeze
I
frame.
thought you would talk. Nobody joins me.
I was gonna say, I thought
That's
Greg
yours.
join
No,
you.
that's your moment.
I was like, I guess there's
That's
things that
your
Greg
moment.
won't even do.
I will one up a lot of people, but that is your moment.
We actually have 2 delays to talk about here. The first
Oh,
one,
womp womp.
so disappointing.
Yeah, you were really bummed by this.
Yeah, this was my most anticipated game
And
for the
they
holidays.
guaranteed it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Persona 5 has been delayed into summer of 2015.
16.
Sorry, 16, thank you. Summer of 2016. According to Atlas, the strengths of the Persona series are compelling characters, a moving, relatable story, and a borderline obsession with minutia, elements which can't be rushed or taken lightly. So while Atlas realizes the frustration and disappointment that this must cause for the JRPG-loving public, please know that we are delaying the game in order to make sure the next iteration of the Persona series lives up to the expectations of fans.
All goes back to not making promises you can't keep.
Yeah.
Stop doing that shit.
Yeah.
you know when you censor yourself saying the F word, you say it anyway.
Yeah.
Why don't you just go for it, man?
You say the
Yeah,
F
it's
and
not-
you say the F and the K, but only take out the
See,
U and the
it's
K.
like-
It's like
like-
weird.
You're like,
It's
Yeah. It's so weird. I don't mind that you do it, but just go for it if you're gonna do it.
Commit.
Commit
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Mike.
Yeah.
No, I'm really
Yeah.
excited to check out Persona 5. This is gonna be the first Persona I check out. I never
Yeah.
got a chance to check out Persona 4 Gold.
Going from PS3 to PS4 must have caused some delay
you
there.
had to imagine.
The other one is Star Fox Zero.
Mm.
Shigeru Miyamoto says, quote, "We have been developing Star Fox Zero for Wii U with the aim of releasing it this year. Although we felt that the development had been progressing well, we now believe that we will need a little more time to work on areas such as the unprecedented discovery that we want players to experience in the game by using 2 screens and further polishing the level designs and perfecting the tone of the cutscenes."
Nintendo needs to get their life together.
Is this a very story-focused Star Fox?
As long as the cutscenes are the puppets that they originally used, I'm okay with it.
I don't think it's for the big NX that like the Zelda delays. Like
Yeah.
No, I don't think so either.
I think this is way too far in. I think it's probably some internal problems. I think it also might be a sign that this game is maybe doomed.
Yeah,
Maybe doomed?
Yeah, just from what I hear, what I read, it's not what anybody
This is
wants.
pretty much the only thing to look forward to right now on the Wii U besides like Xenoblade Chronicles.
Did you guys look at like the gameplay?
It's up right now. We got it on screen.
Not
Yeah,
that good.
It looks like not.
Graphically, it doesn't look great.
Yeah, it looks like
very, very
just
bland.
like you can almost like see like the polygon shade. Like it's just like the frame wire. Of it.
Yeah.
Very weird. Very weird that this has happened.
Maybe that's why they delayed it.
Maybe, yeah.
We can hope, right? All right, Mike, go ahead. You're up.
Everybody's favorite. Konami has reportedly halted all AAA console game development. IGN's Matt Porter has written, and so shall be. Konami has reportedly stopped all AAA console game production, apart from the Pro Evolution Soccer series. The news comes from French site Gameblog and follows yesterday's news that Fox Engine overseer Julien Merceron has left the studio. So far, the news has not been confirmed yet. An official reason has not been given for Merceron's departure, but it is rumored to be connected with Konami's shift to mobile games. Work on Metal Gear Online will be completed before its release date on October 6th, but after that, we may not be seeing any more of the likes of Metal Gear or even the Silent Hill on console. I don't know. Realistically, when I read this, I thought I was supposed to be reading into something else, but I mean, they said that they were going to stop doing this.
No, they didn't say they're stopping AAA development ever.
No.
They've never said that.
I thought that they said they were not focusing on that. They were only focusing on mobile platforms here on it.
No, they've never come out and said that straight out that we are done with like console development or anything like that. It's been assumed, but now we're kind of getting confirmation.
People have
Okay,
people have talked
I
about it.
thought we had already figured out that that's what.
No. This is kind of confirmation now that. Well, I don't even know if this is true confirmation yet either. This is still kind of hearsay, right?
In a way.
Kind of. Konami has reportedly. The news comes from French site. Yeah, this kind of comes on the heels of that guy leaving the company that worked on the Fox engine. He was one of the main guys that developed the Fox engine.
Right.
And now he's leaving, and the rumor is he's leaving because they're stopping console development. It's like, I don't have any reason to even be here anymore after I put so much work into this really amazing engine, actually. The Fox engine is gorgeous.
Gorgeously
It's
stunning.
absolutely gorgeous. I mean, we were playing Metal Gear last night.
The lighting, especially in that game, does things that I didn't think a game could do.
Yeah.
Especially from the third person. It's massive, Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, and the light. You'll walk under a street lamp and it just reflects. It's crazy.
And it's
When
60
we
frames
were
per second.
upstairs the first time I ever saw like not on like my
How
computer
awesome
on
it
YouTube, it looked so
It's
good.
beautiful.
It looked really, really good.
I
You-
hope
you-
I
all you
I
saw
hope
was
they
Mother
port
Base.
that engine. They need
Right?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know what I saw.
You-
Whatever Andrew was playing, what I
You
saw.
need to see Africa, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
need to see it's so
a gorgeous game.
good looking.
And I really, really hope, we were just talking about Greg and I,
Yeah.
we hope that they outsource that engine.
They have
Because
to.
it's way too good to just
Just
brush it
give
under
up,
the rug
yeah,
at this
yeah.
point.
Right.
You put a lot of work into this engine. We know Konami fell apart. We know Kojima fell apart and all that kind of stuff. But please,
Would you want
salvage
them to sell it to
this
somebody
engine.
else?
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
please do.
Sell the
Please.
engine, please. It's a
Who
great
would
engine.
you, if let's say they sold the engine in the Metal Gear property?
Square Enix, pick it up. I love what Square Enix is
I
doing
really,
right now.
I
With Hitman?
agree. I really
With
like what
Hitman
Square
and
Enix has been
everything?
doing lately. Yeah.
All right. I can
Square
see
Enix
that.
is on their game. Drew and I were talking about that last night too, and like just listing all the stuff that they've had handed now, they're like becoming what I wanted or what I had with Ubisoft.
Yeah.
They have Don't Nod Entertainment, which is Life is Strange, which was my game of the year this year. They have Just Cause 3 is coming out. They have
Hitman.
all of Hitman. They have all of Kingdom Hearts.
Rise of the
still.
Tomb Raider.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, they got a hand in a lot of different
Square
things.
Enix is
and
killing
not just
it.
that, if they nail this whole mid-level RPG push, they're going back to the days
Ooh.
of Squaresoft.
Yeah.
That's what we're getting at here, and I
Yeah.
really hope it happens. Who wants to take the next story?
The last story.
The last story, actually, yeah.
The final.
I'm going to go for it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm taking control. The best PlayStation game of all time has been decided, ladies and gentlemen,
Well,
and
that's actually a
aliens
pretty
of the
appropriate
world.
last story.
Celebrating the 20th American anniversary of PlayStation, the PlayStation blog ran a poll for the greatest PlayStation 1 game of all time. They will soon continue with PlayStation 2 and 3 for the first poll. Many of the obvious games were listed, but users could also submit new options into the poll as well. Here are the top 4 PlayStation 1 games of all time as voted by the users of the PlayStation blog. A, I like how they listed it as trophies too. That's awesome.
Too.
A, the bronze trophy, Crash Bandicoot Warped. That was the third Crash Bandicoot game. Awesome.
Perfect.
That was with the sister, right?
Yeah.
Do you meet the sister
I
for the
love
first
that.
time?
I actually
was
like that.
a good game.
I like that better than the first two.
Yeah, me too. I
Fun-
agree.
But
Quick story about the game.
Hit me with it.
Played it all the way to the end. The last level, someone did something and they broke my disc. Never got to play.
No.
I never got to play the last level.
sucks.
I was so mad.
That's so sad.
We can play that for Extra Life.
Continuing on,
I'm
the
over it
silver
now.
trophy was Crash Bandicoot 2. Not
Correction,
surprising.
I do think it was Crash Bandicoot 1. I
The
don't know why I
original?
put a 2 there. It's
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot 1. Yeah.
The gold trophy, Final Fantasy VII. No shock there. And the platinum trophy, Metal Gear Solid. Once again, not,
That
not
actually
a shock.
shocked. That actually did
Really?
surprise me. Metal Gear Solid being the number 1 out of everything that did shock. I mean, I got to remember too. It's the
Very first.
demographic of PS Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can't there's two different things going on here. First of all, Final Fantasy VII is in Hearts and Minds because of the Final Fantasy VII remake.
coming up.
Metal Gear Solid is in Hearts and Minds because of Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's not surprising that those two were definitely chosen. And I agree with them anyway. I do think those are the two best games. I don't agree with Crash Bandicoot being on the list. I don't think those
Twice?
are twice, definitely.
Yeah,
not.
Really
Yeah,
don't
definitely
think that
not
either one
twice.
Nah, I don't think
What
so.
game would you?
Chrono Cross should definitely
Nope.
be in there above it. You never played it, so don't even say it.
Yeah.
I played Crash Bandicoot, so
Yeah.
even
preferred,
Xenogears, Vagrant Story.
Spyro over Crash Bandicoot, honestly.
Yeah?
Honestly. Yeah, Spyro's my jam, dude.
I like both pretty damn well. I play the shit out of both of them, so I can't.
I just don't think I love Crash Bandicoot. I think it's a great series, but I don't think it compares to some of those really great. PlayStation is known for the JRPGs. That was the
But
JRPG
that's the thing,
generation.
though. It's not everybody was into them.
Yeah, I'm just saying, as far as what should be voted on the PlayStation blog, I would have thought for sure that
that one of the Chrono games.
like Chrono would definitely be on there or something like that, or even Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Like
we
go into the
know,
other ones even, you know.
Do we know when the ones for PlayStation 2 or what was this for?
They haven't started
PlayStation
yet.
2 and 3? I'm really interested to see those.
Yeah.
PlayStation 2 especially.
Why don't we try and figure out
Yeah.
right now? Favorite PlayStation 2 game of all time? Go.
Gotta be God of War.
God of War 1?
Yeah.
God of War 1.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Kingdom Hearts 2?
Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 is mine.
Final
Metal Gear
Fantasy?
Solid 3 Subsistence.
Really?
Probably.
Over Final Fantasy 10?
I think so.
Ooh, that's a tough
That's
choice.
surprising
for you.
that you would go with that over 10.
I think so. I think I would go with that over 10. 10 is not my favorite Final
Okay,
Fantasy.
now around the room again. PlayStation 3. Uncharted
PlayStation 3.
2.
Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
Really?
Yeah, The Last of Us.
That's my favorite experience.
Yeah.
Overall.
Uncharted 2 for me.
Red Dead
was
Redemption
phenomenal.
was actually there too, and
Yeah,
and
that
so
was-
was like
That's really
the
hard.
Uncharted series, and there's a lot. The
Last of
PlayStation
Us I
3
don't
was great.
disrespect. Last of Us is awesome.
Yeah,
but
Last of
Uncharted
Us,
2 for me did
I
stuff to
think,
me like
yeah.
I never felt.
Are we going with
I might.
exclusives?
I might.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
yeah.
got it. Yeah,
This
yeah.
is going to be the stuff that's voted on by the PlayStation
because it's the best
blog, too.
PlayStation. Yeah.
How about you, Dean?
That's tough, man.
you
I'm
couldn't go with the
it's
Red Dead.
definitely between
The Naughty Dog collection.
Last
is what
of
we
Us
really...
and Uncharted.
No one said. I'm surprised no one said
I-
anything about Jack.
I don't.
on PlayStation 2?
Yeah. Shit.
I love Jack and Daxter.
Yeah,
but-
same. Not anywhere near Kingdom Hearts.
I don't know.
Kingdom
I
Hearts
feel
changed
like
my life.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Uncharted 2.
Yes.
I feel like I love. Obviously, everyone loves The Last of Us.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like just the whole.
Yes.
I just connected with Uncharted.
Me
I think
too. Me too.
PS2 is probably the hardest decision for me, actually.
I'm actually, you know,
They're
what's
all
funny is,
tough.
like,
Yeah.
and as I think about it, CX Puck right there, SOCOM was
Yeah, I know,
so shaping.
That's a
Yeah,
big
you,
one for
you
you,
mentioned
Dean.
that on it only
Or,
has PlayStation.
Yeah, it was so shaping for me that is but at the same time it's a very unique thing, so I can't say that.
A good night to Spidey Ryan. Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much, man.
Bye, Spidey. Keep doing whatever Spidey can.
That was good. All right. I think we'll skip the commercials since we already did a few and move on
Caller?
to callers. Yeah.
Feel
Feel free to call in, guys. At the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. There's the ID on
Sakura
TV.
Knight, we do not want another remake. They do not
Hey,
know
we might have just met you, and we're kind of crazy, but guess what? We're a video game talk show, so call us maybe.
That was good.
Thank
Greg. That
you.
was very good.
Thanks, Greg.
And also another follow from Kakaz.
Caca.
Kaka! Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. And we also had Ganja, Goblin. We had Effin Riot, King of COD, and many, many more. Keep those follows coming because we are only 8 follows away from our next follow goal,
That's
guys.
crazy.
Hit that heart button live from PlayStation.
A lot of
screen.
follows tonight. Tap it.
Tap it in. Getting another call from Bradley. I'm going to give it a second just to see if we get any others, just because we already talked with Brad.
Guys,
If
call
not,
us. I won't be here next week. This is your last chance to talk to me in person.
Ever
You can ask me
again.
No.
Here we go. We got
Tomorrow.
Team Eater again. Any new callers?
Or tomorrow when we're live streaming.
What is that?
We'll give it another second here because we have 2 repeat callers so far. Feel free to call in, guys, at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces.
Tell us your. I'm very intrigued to hear your guys' games. Favorite games for PlayStation 1, 2, 3. Let us know them all. Tobes, no, I did not catch the new Doctor Who series premiere, but I'm very excited to watch it. This is our last season with Clara. Guys, call in and talk to me about Doctor Who.
It's called Doctor
Please
Who
don't do
for a
that.
reason. It's called Doctor Who gives a fuck.
No, man.
I'm just
Ooh,
kidding.
Guildboard.
I'm
Good
just kidding,
good answer.
man.
Nino Cooney. Definitely one of the best PS3
Oh,
games.
Nino Cooney's incredible.
I think that might be on the list.
Yeah, definitely on my list. 100%.
Oh my! Are they confirmed they're making a sequel, right?
Yes, they are working on
I'm so
something.
excited. I'm so excited.
Booster Bra. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Keep those follows coming, guys.
Booster, bro.
Here, Bradley again. I guess we're going with Bradley. We're not getting any other callers.
All right. Put him on the thing.
And there, of course, another call calls in. Bradley, how you doing, man? Welcome back.
Hey, do you want me to leave it? Do you get another caller? Do you want me to, I can go?
Yes.
He said, "Do you have another
what
caller? I could go."
what did you want to talk about? Did you have something to talk about?
Favorite games of PS2 and PS3. And
Hit us.
Hit us. Do it.
Real quick.
Quick, go.
Quick fire.
PS2, got Ghost Like Cooper.
Okay.
Band of
Ooh,
Thieves,
good choice.
got
Band
That's a good choice.
Good answer.
And PS3, Uncharted 2.
Yeah.
go.
Common answer.
Good
The most
answers,
common
man.
of them all so far. Good
That's
answers,
not a
Bradley.
good
We are going to take this next call, man. Thank you for calling in, though.
Thank
Yeah.
you, sir.
Get him first before he goes away.
Joseph, welcome to the show, man.
Hey, what's up?
Not much, man. You're on the Level Up Show. What do you want to talk about tonight?
Well, I was just thinking, like you were talking about, like what to have for the next Last of Us game.
Yes.
I was thinking it would be really cool since, like, you didn't get the cure from The Last of Us.
Mm.
Spoiler alert.
Pretty good.
It would be really cool to see, like, the effects of that, like, on the entire world. Like if you were, like, walking around in, like, a forest or something, and then, but then you see, like, a whole bunch of, like, spores, like, the disease kind of taking over a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe,
that's a
maybe
very-
like the virus evolves even
It's a
further.
it's
Right?
a very valid argument because the only time we ever saw spores was when it was in closed space.
Right.
So to see how it like what happens to it when it does leave the building,
it would-
do they just
Well, I'd
evaporate?
imagine it's depending on the timeline that there's going to be a lot less humans to fight and a lot more
yeah,
infected.
I could only
Yeah,
imagine.
right?
I could only imagine.
That's
But
got to be the assumption.
Also, though, my whole thing is like, why were animals not really as affected?
In the same way, cordyceps only really
Maybe they
infects
hold the
insects
cure.
currently, like ants specifically. It
Right.
doesn't go
But,
to
so
animals.
what? Again, going off of that, what if it?
What if it goes to
evolves?
animals?
that shows, but that shows how extreme and
Can
amazing
you-
this virus is that they developed. That they know that
As-
humans are the ones that they need to go for in order to keep spreading it.
But
And
how
that's
terrifying
really-
would it be
How
for
terrifying,
animals?
more than anything else, because it's closely related. The most common thing, apes and monkeys.
Well, we saw that
Can
in the
you-
game, and I'm so happy they didn't go that route in the
What
first
if
one. When
this
you see the
turns
monkeys in the
into-
college dorm, I honestly thought they were gonna make that jump and
Well,
be like,
oh really?
Ellie, like watch out, the
That
chick
would
is
I'm
be
a
telling you
nuts,
right now,
dude.
that would be effing terrifying, and
That
that
was
is a game I
scary.
would play.
Okay.
That's insane.
I
Wait,
don't know
I'm
if the
already-
giraffes
Go
The
full cordyceps at the end. They're like
fighting
slinging
with
their
their
knives.
killing people.
Oh,
Wait, while we
God.
still have you on the line, though, while we still have you on the line, would you like to see Ellie and Joel in this next game? What would you like to see? New characters, just one Ellie, one Joel?
Well, I definitely like to see new characters because
Okay.
that's something that Naughty Dog's really good at, like introducing new people.
Okay.
But it would be also nice to have, I guess, a taste of the old. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
it'd be really cool to see Ellie, like, older, and
Yeah.
Joel older. And, like
Yeah,
I was
it would
saying
be cool.
earlier, like,
You know how I
Ellie
picture
taking care of
Ellie?
Joel.
Did you ever play The Walking Dead Season 2? A Telltale game series?
No, I haven't yet.
I picture her, a grown-up Ellie, like Jane.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
thought.
And
yeah.
I picture her like a crazy, just killing this world and crushing it because she just
Yeah, I could
knows
see
how
She
to
grew up in
handle
it.
herself.
Yeah, she grew up in it.
Like that's what I picture, and it gets me so excited for.
I mean, if
Last
she's
of Us
gonna grow up anything like Joel being her mentor, her father figure, she's gonna turn out just like that. She's gonna be willing to do anything to survive.
Yes.
I also wonder in this next game, we're going into spoiler territory, of course, here, guys.
Yeah.
As you know, we were talking about. Joe said you don't get the cure. Is there any ramifications of them deciding not to go that direction, to not let Ellie be the cure? Does anybody find out that they
like, when the
willingly
Fireflies go to find them, and now they have a war?
They willingly did not allow the cure to be found. And who knows if that would have happened anyway, right? We don't know for sure that Ellie would have been the cure, but they did decide we're not even going to give this a chance. Like, what happens when other people potentially find that out?
The Fireflies start a war on whatever town Joel and Ellie are living in, so they make a pact with the infected leader, and they team up together.
God
and
rest our souls.
The human was always
God,
the scarier part, in my opinion, in The Last of Us than the Cordyceps.
And that's why I like the same with Walking Dead, or originally Walking Dead.
CPG Beck is that The Last of Us 2 should add co-op. No, thank you.
I do not want
I don't
that,
think
actually.
so. Yeah, I don't think.
I think that needs
only
part of the charm of that game was
the AI
you
of Ellie.
being alone in that world with just your.
It made you care so much for Ellie. The moments where I had a lot of these moments where she would throw the brick at a raider, or like she would like jump on the back and stab the hell out of somebody. Like those were my favorite.
It was very
moments.
much like Elizabeth in Bioshock.
Yeah,
it was.
Yes,
it was.
Which is cool.
A lot more helpful than you would have assumed.
Those dynamics play so
And
well.
another one of the best PS3 games, in my opinion, was Bioshock.
For sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
For sure. Very good call, Joe. Thanks for calling in, man.
Good question.
Yeah, no problem.
Level up.
See ya. Level up.
Good call there.
First time caller.
Good call.
The Last of Us 3 called Last of Us 3 : Planet of the Apes. Monkeys versus Infected. That's how.
I would like them to do, instead of The Last of Us, be like fewer of us. And then like the next one is like not so many.
Even less.
Like not so many.
Even less of us.
Last of Us 3. Seriously,
The last one of the game is like, we're fucking dwindling, guys. Like, this sucks.
We just got a couple follows there.
There's just one guy on the box with like a question.
Yeah,
thank you to Pat IV for the follow, and also Sarcas TV.
Was that Aaron?
Yeah, I think that was him. Warrior in White.
Oh, Warrior in White. That was
his first time calling in.
Joe was at
I
Warrior.
didn't realize that was Warrior.
I thought you said Aaron. I thought of my friend A White.
No, that's why I always confuse the two of them.
I was so.
You know what? That doesn't surprise me because at the end of the call, if you notice, there was no like, yep, see ya. Like when we're like level up, he's like level up.
Yeah, he knows
Because he
knows.
watches regularly enough, so that makes sense.
Well,
you can always tell. You can always tell.
Joe, call in all the time. That's so awesome. I'm so glad we finally got to
that was a very good call.
Pants and Blue, The Last of Us, a couple of us.
We're getting another call as well from Cool Casual Gamer.
I think we're good.
Cool Casual Gamer, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, it's been a while.
What's going
on?
It
has. Yeah. Welcome back, man. How you doing?
I've been sick for the past few days, but at the same time, I was catching up on the Tokyo Game Show.
Nice.
It was pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So there were a few disappointments though, because I was really looking forward to God Eater Resurrection having it Western release, but they only made it Japan only.
Yeah, a lot of games are going that way too. What I'm very sad about, I don't know if any of you played Nier.
No, I heard
Did any
good
of you
things
play that?
though. I heard
but
good
I'm
things.
very. They announced the sequel at the Square Enix conference. I think it was E3. Yeah. Everyone's saying that that's going to be Japan only too, and that would disappoint me so.
Really,
much.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I heard that as a rumor. I read that on.
I'd be surprised. That game did really well here.
You did really well. Yeah.
Project Setsuna worries me too.
Most likely going to have a U.S. release because they had a trailer of it on the one of their YouTube channels, which was in America.
Oh, okay. So that's good news. That's good news.
I'm most worried about Project Setsuna. Like, I don't want Project Setsuna or even World of Final Fantasy. That one probably less so, but Project Setsuna especially. Please bring that to America.
Oh, the graphics.
Definitely. What was your most exciting announcement at Tokyo Game Show this year?
My favorite ones were having to see Kingdom Hearts 2.8.
You're my boy!
Also, the new controllers that were supposed to be getting, but I'm not sure when.
Yeah.
They had gold, silver, crystal, and I forgot what else.
I want the neon green plate for my Xbox, for my PS4 more than the controller.
Really?
Yeah, I want the black and neon green.
I really like the crystal
Or the
see-through
pink.
controller.
Yeah, I like the crystal too,
That's
yeah.
my
I don't- why?
favorite.
I think I'm gonna have to
like
get
that.
that one,
I
dude.
don't know, I love it.
I like the
I love
silver
it.
one, but I don't like. And everybody has, and I know a lot of people did, but even back in the day, like
Seeing
I
the
never,
insides of the controller
I
makes me so
never
happy.
cared about that.
I don't
And
know
don't get me
why.
wrong, I like seeing the inner workings of things. Like my favorite type of watches right now are the new craze is like the inner workings, so it's
Yeah.
like see through.
Yeah.
I love that type of shit, but I never got that way with the controller.
That's
I
crazy.
just like it.
yeah,
You know what? I like
I'm not
that gold
knocking
one
you
too.
guys, but
yeah, no.
I thought the gold one was really cool.
you know,
Yeah.
C3PO.
You have the blue
Yeah.
one now. The aqua blue is beautiful.
They
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
went with
I
the
like the
Apple
blue
color
one.
scheme. They just need rose gold.
Rose
and
gold,
it's basically
yeah. Seriously.
Apple.
It's so
It
true.
really is. That's really true.
What were you gonna say, cool casual gamer?
I totally lost my chain of thought now.
Yeah, we do that.
But,
We talked a lot.
I'm sorry. That's our fault.
No,
No,
you
not
never
yours,
apologize. Stop the nonsense.
What was did she? Oh no, he did say the favorite.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2.8. I completely
right.
understand. That's exciting. That's very exciting.
We're right in the same boat, my dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm so stoked.
I wonder when it comes out.
Yeah,
What do you think? What's your guess?
My guess would be early next year. I want to go March.
How about you, cool
I
casual
would say
gamer?
March.
When do you think 2.8 will come out?
I'm debating either early or through next year.
Definitely next year, I would hope.
I'm thinking March, and I think we're gonna get a bombshell and find out that Kingdom Hearts 3 is the end of next year. That's my dream.
Well,
for life.
according to Tetsuya Nomura, most recently, he said they're
2017,
not very
yeah.
far along in Kingdom Hearts 3. He just recently said that in an
Oh, we were
interview.
speculating.
Yeah, so it
2017,
does seem like he's kind of pushing us to think 2017, not
They could
2016.
surprise us.
Yeah, but cool casual gamer, thanks for calling in, man. It's nice to have you back.
Glad you're not sick. I hope you feel better.
All right. I'm gonna go.
All right, man. Level up.
Level up.
Level up.
Good call.
All right. Let's go into a
That
little
kind
bit
of
more
goes
of
right into
the
that,
Tokyo
yeah.
Game Show stuff. Yeah, we got kind of roundup of the trailers, the ones that we haven't really talked
Are
about
we
yet.
skipping the witness?
Oh, actually, that is next.
It's just
I'm
a
not- no,
roundup, right?
It's very
not
quick.
a
Okay.
rumor roundup.
Let's check out this
No,
trailer for the witness.
Don't. Why do you love doing that? It's
I
my
kind of
favorite.
like it. It grew on me.
Did it really? I remember, like, I know why.
I look forward to it now.
Oh.
Finally, we get some new footage of the witness and a release date. Check out this trailer, guys.
It looks so good.
Lots of shapes.
The soundtrack to this game is gonna
Like
be something
Mist.
I buy. I think.
This is, of course, from John Blow, the guy who did Braid. Exclusive to PS4 and PC.
So excited.
And I love his stuff.
His mind works in the craziest way.
Am I alone in getting Mist vibes?
I got Wind Waker vibes there.
That's
because
what
of the
I
water,
got,
Yeah.
Well, that's it. But I think
Yeah.
everything else, like the island
Yeah.
and puzzles.
The
and-
graphical style reminds me so much of Wind Waker. That's so funny you say that.
But Mist definitely vibes of Mist, for sure.
Rick, don't encourage him.
I'm so excited for the soundtrack.
Do I have the Transformer Devastation? I do not, Gravy. I'm sorry.
Was there a new one? I feel like there was an old trailer.
Joe, we all forgot about
Right,
this
so
game.
did I. Like, I had completely forgotten.
That's why when I was going through the trailers, I was like, there was more exciting ones, but I think it's, we haven't seen this in such a long time that I thought it was worth putting to remind people that it's coming January of next year. So that's pretty cool.
really quick.
Yeah, not far away at all. And now we can get into the trailers from TGS. So, and we'll just kind of discuss them at the same time. First up, let's talk about Gravity Rush,
Yeah.
also
US,
as well. 1 and 2, both announced for PS4. 1 a remaster, 2
Yeah.
brand new
So it's
game.
not.
Which is
it's not
exciting.
being packaged together. It's or is it?
It is not being packaged together.
Yeah.
No. Maybe they will have a package at some
Do you,
point,
I mean,
but no.
here's the problem with that. Do you really think that people are going to see the value in Gravity Rush, the original, and buying it standalone?
I think it was kind of like a no-brainer for them. It's like, why not? I'm sure it wasn't that difficult to port it
To
over to
port the
PS4
engine, yeah, with
and
the
to get
touch,
people maybe excited for Gravity Rush 2 in the process. This is Gravity Rush 2 here. It does
Right.
look better. for
Oh, you
sure.
can see immediately.
So
Yeah,
It
gorgeous.
looks better. Now, how do you feel like the
Yeah,
first
that
one
looks
at least is going to flow without as much touch control?
I think that it actually will benefit. I feel like the problem with Gravity Rush was the controls.
gimmicks, yeah.
Really?
The controls, it didn't control very well, in my opinion, on Vita. I feel like with the new PS4 controller and just the
They
bigger
still have
screen
the option for the touch. Like,
no, I get
that's
that,
not
but
a
the other one
problem.
had both sides, and you have more.
Yeah.
there's
The
a
one thing
little more
that
to it.
made me angry was like the flipping of the Vita. And
So
stuff,
did
so I'm very
they
excited to
didn't
not have that.
confirm if this is coming out in America?
They have. I think that it is confirmed for America. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So
I also like that if you
this
look
looks
at
pretty
Kat, she does look a little bit older. Crap, I was too late. But she looks older. She kind of is like a little bit beefier almost, actually. She looks like more muscular even.
Exactly. She looks, I was just going to say she looks more fit.
Yeah, she looks fit and older. I like that.
I'd really like to play that, though.
She looks more... Did you play the original on Vita?
Like 75% of it. No, I didn't
so
get around to
good.
finishing it.
So good.
I like it. Yeah.
I was shocked by that game. It's free, I think, still, if you own a
I
Vita,
think so,
right?
yeah.
That and Uncharted Golden Abyss, the two best games on Vita.
She's a really cool protagonist that I hope gets a little bit more attention. She's
very underrated.
Mascots, even, potentially.
Yeah.
A female
Some people
mascot.
suggested her when we were talking about mascots.
I understand why.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
No.
Did you play it?
She's a fit,
I
awesome
played
role
parts
model.
of it. Like I played it very briefly. I borrowed it. When I was working.
I just think her design is awesome.
Her design is great, but I don't feel
cool.
like she epitomizes Sony.
You know who she reminds me of a little bit? Now that I'm thinking about it, the trailer we saw, I think E3 with Xbox for Recore, she reminds me a lot of that girl with like the scarf and like that whole like kind of build that they're going for. Very mysterious, awesome girl.
This is Bloodborne: The
DLC.
Old Hunters. Yes.
Fake nail.
You
Bloodborne nails
wanted
trailers.
to check this out.
I
Still,
still
right?
do. It's one day. It's gonna happen. Yeah.
Along with The Witcher.
This is more of a priority for me
Really?
than The Witcher. Yeah, I always have more
Witcher's
interest
just a
in
decoration
Bloodborne.
at this point.
For now. Yeah.
I just can't believe that I have no interest in this game at all. I will never play it in my entire life, but every single trailer they release, I watch and I enjoy the hell out of it.
I understand the appeal. 100%.
Like, I love it. Like I
The
love
whole like fantastical like horror setting is what gets me. Like
Right.
I
the
love that
punishing
the
gameplay.
world.
The Gothic.
Yeah, but you know what? It teaches you. It teaches you how to get better by punishing you, and like you know.
Like
it
I
is
said,
what it
not
is.
my type of game, but like I could, like Drew said, I could totally
I
see
like
why
a
people
good.
love it.
I like a good challenge.
In other Bloodborne news, the original one has now surpassed 2 million lifetime to
man.
date.
That's insane.
Very
Pretty
big
awesome.
success for a new IP for Sony.
Yeah.
So.
Especially for exclusive.
Exclusive
Mhm.
IP, yeah, and they're definitely going to back it hardcore because of that reason. Up after that, we have Biohazard, aka Resident Evil Umbrella Corps, is a competitive multiplayer shooter. How do you feel about
Why
this?
are you doing this? We all learned Operation Raccoon City was the worst decision you could
Oh,
ever
that's
made in
what it
your
was called. I was
lives.
trying to think about it.
It was the worst thing in the world.
This is on rails,
my
and it
favorite
was-
Resident Evil news to come out of here was the Resident Evil 0 expansion trailer, and they showed off all the costumes that you can have. They're adding on a whole bunch of new costumes for the PS4 and Xbox One versions. And Resident Evil 0, I don't know if I've voiced it before on the show. It's my favorite Resident Evil game. Rebecca Chambers and Billy Cohen, the two best characters of that franchise, which is crazy. I know I'm insane, but like. That I'm 10 times more excited about. A multiplayer shooter just doesn't fit in this universe. It's not what Resident Evil is about to me.
I
Call of
remember
Evil
watching you
Resident
play
Warfare.
online with what was it? The
Terrible.
Resident Evil
What?
episodic series you were playing?
Yeah, Resident Evil
the
Revelations 2, another
I'm just gonna
awesome
take over.
series. This is they're going for, this is totally aiming in the same vein as Operation Raccoon City. This is not in the same vein as Revelations 2. Revelations 2 I extremely enjoyed. You watched me play that game.
Yeah,
that
it was
was
cool.
a really,
It
it
was
was a
cool.
gorgeous game too. That game shocked me.
It kind of added that whole decision-making episodic feel.
Yeah.
And that was cool. I like that.
Resident Evil fit that mold. This doesn't fit Resident Evil's mold at all.
No,
I
Shark Girl
don't-
said it perfectly. Call of Resident Evil.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What did you say? Call of Resident
Well,
Evil?
Biohazard is what it's named in Japan. Like every
No, I
Resident
know.
Evil. Yeah, okay.
No, but she was saying like it's multiplayer gameplay like Call of Duty.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
Just 3 more follows now, guys, to hit our follow goal. Thank you to Damin Dog 94. Keep those follows coming. Hit that heart button live on
Follow us.
PlayStation bottom
Tap it.
left-hand corner. Next up, after that,
Do you have the audio for this?
for Danganronpa?
Yeah.
No, why?
Oh, did you? I mean, have you watched the trailer?
No, I haven't actually.
Such a quirky-
it sucks. It's
such a
so
quirky game.
weird, but the music, I want to hear it again. I hate myself for wanting.
Yeah,
to hear it.
Danganronpa is a freaking weird ass series. Colin Moriarty loves it.
Yeah.
Um,
Am I okay? So I might make myself look stupid, but is that where Pedo Bear came from?
No.
No.
Do you get why I asked that?
I understand why you ask it. Danganronpa is actually pretty new. They're releasing
Okay,
these
that's what I was
games
wondering.
really quickly, though. I feel like the first Danganronpa
The first
came out,
Danganronpa
like,
was 2 years ago.
Yeah, not
okay,
that
I
far.
didn't know how
Yeah.
old the series
And
was.
then the
That's why.
second one came out in Japan, and a month later got ported to the United States because it sells extraordinarily well here.
I
It's
don't
like shocking
understand
how well.
why.
I don't get it. It's a very quirky series. Everybody that plays it enjoys it. I've
wish
never
you had
gotten to
audio.
try it out myself, but like it's crazy how big. And this one is coming to PS4 and Vita.
What's the name of the bear again? It's something Kuma. Like Monokuma or Monokuma?
Monokuma.
But yeah, do you know the gist of the game? What's the story with this? There are all these kids in a
So
school.
essentially what happens is all these kids go to a school and they're told like they're going to die, and this bear tasks them, the bear that's like it's like the flagship of the series, kind of tasks them with doing stuff throughout the school in order to get them to live. It's kind of like very similar. A lot of people compare it to the Saw series.
Yeah.
Like they kind of put them in these chamber rooms
Meets
where they like
Persona.
mess it. Yeah, very
Yeah.
much. Yeah. And they kind of put them in these salt chamber rooms where they have to like try to figure out a way out. And when they do, they gain experience that way. And it's very RPG in that format. Very quirky, very odd. Very odd.
I hear it's also kind of like what's the Ace game? Ace Attorney?
Yeah, the one on DS.
Yeah. Like where you're actually having like trials and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I hear it's good. I hear it's really good actually.
Very weird. You can tell from the trailer.
So Phoenix Wright, thank you. And finally coming to PS4, as Greg said.
Yeah.
After that, really, I'm not sure how to feel about this. Star Ocean 5.
No, I'm not sure either. The last one was like,
I really like the look of the environments. You can see in this trailer here, it's the character design.
Yeah,
that's what
I was just gonna say.
So much about this series.
The environment and the world itself looks so flourished and realized, and then the characters look like they were pulled from like PS2. And
not just that, they're just so like caught in the past of that whole like sexualized 13-year-old looking girls that I can't get past.
Bust out to here, bust out to there. It's like that's not what
women they're wearing these
like
tight ass clothing and they look like they're 13 years old.
I know.
And they might not be.
Yeah.
It's like it says they're 18, but it's like I'm sorry, it might say they're 18, but they look 13.
Especially with the cartoony graphics that they're going for too. It's not like live action realized graphics. Like they still kind of have that cartoony image on it. But that's Star Ocean. A lot of people love the series. So many people are stoked.
The only one I ever played was Star Ocean 2. And a lot of people consider that to be the best one, and it was good. But ever since it went to 3 on PS2, I want to say, nothing grabbed me about the series.
Did 4 ever
Three
come
was the
to
one
PS3?
that was terrible, wasn't it?
What was that?
Wasn't 3 the one that was terrible?
I've never heard any of them are terrible. I've always heard that
I've always felt decent about them.
The one that I heard, actually, you're right. I think the one I heard wasn't very good was Star Ocean 4 because that was exclusive to Xbox.
That's what it was. Yes, that's what it was.
And for some reason, I heard not the greatest things about this one. This is Star Ocean 5. I think it's called Integrity and Faithlessness.
Something weird.
Square Enix once again with their obscure ass weird titles to their games. But if you're a Star Ocean fan, there you go. You got another one coming in the near future. After that, Yakuza.
Yeah. Yakuza.
Yakuza?
Yeah. I would say Yakuza.
6 will hit PS4 in fall of 2016, but there's also a Yakuza remake coming.
And it includes the demo for 6. That's the best part.
Yeah. That one's coming. When does that come? That's January. For PS3 and PS4.
Of next year.
Anybody ever play Yakuza?
No, never checked it out. A lot of people love it, like I said. Same. That's how I feel about all these Japanese games, unless it's Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy, or I guess even Gravity Rush, stuff like that.
Yeah. Gravity Rush is the only game on
my
this list I know anything about.
Yeah,
that's
not my feels.
The thing that I feel like we're realizing when we watch Tokyo Game Show is more and more we're kind of falling out of.
Yeah.
Like Japanese games just don't appeal to us the way they used to.
This is like a Japanese Grand Theft Auto from what I've seen of it, though, so it seems pretty awesome.
I said that to Bradley, and he said no.
Really?
Yeah, he said no, it's not at all like Grand Theft Auto.
That's what I always.
He said it's not open world; it's just like a town that you're in.
But still, like they give you like the side missions, and you have your main story missions, stuff like that. It's in the open world format, so maybe not GTA.
It's
I'll take back that. Yeah, open town format.
It's open town. Yeah,
open municipality.
Yeah, really.
The battle system always looked like a lot of fun. I'll say that. I always liked the way the battle system looked.
Yeah, that's true. The combat in it always it looks satisfying as hell.
Thank you, Packers guy, Nikki, Bograce, and Dunaway for the follows. Keep them coming. We're just one follow away from our follow goal. After that, what do we have? We got the 4 new PS4 controllers. Yes! We did talk about that. I feel like it's silver, gold, crystal, and black.
Onyx.
It's
like an onyx.
It's like iPhone's new version of black.
Yeah.
It's like that
space gray.
Yeah,
that's what
basically
calling it actually. Yeah.
So they just need rose gold and more complete,
really?
basically plus crystal. It really is. That's what they're going for. It feels like.
They all looked really good though. I thought
the black one actually. I mean,
I already have 3 controllers, and I'm the only one who plays my PlayStation. It's like I can't stop.
I know. I can't stop.
Corey JV, you are the follow goal follower, man. Thank you so much. Let's give another 300 XP to the entire chat room real quick. Thank you so much. Keep those follows coming, guys. Hit that heart button. Live from PlayStation.
Tap it.
Bottom left-hand corner, like Jay Logan just did.
Thank you, Jay Logan.
Pop up on the TV, and we will, of course, shout you out. And the final trailer of the night is World of Final Fantasy.
Probably the best looking thing.
Yeah, it looks really cool, right?
It really surprised you, which was really entertaining to me.
I had no idea this game was like...
I thought you did. That's why I was like, I don't know why you don't care.
I thought it was kind of like this quirky little thing. I thought it might have even been mobile, but like
now
I'm realizing
it was mobile.
It's like a console game that has like its own story. It's like it's got new characters in the world of Final Fantasy, bringing all these characters from past Final Fantasies in together. Kind of a turn-based battle system.
Yeah.
But the music sounds great. Like
the music's awesome.
It's almost like a merging of worlds.
Yeah. And it's got like a chibi. I'll put it up on the big screen for you guys so you can see it. It's cute. It's kind of like what I was talking about. It's kind of a mid-level RPG from Square Enix, but it's Final Fantasy. You got Cactuar right there, taking all that classic Final Fantasy. Moogles, right? You can't really have Final Fantasy without a Moogle. Lightning.
15.
they better change it,
Take
man.
note.
But there's lightning. We know
Yeah.
Cloud is in it as
Cloud,
well.
yeah, Cloud
So
was
it's
in it.
basically fan service, but with a new story for Final Fantasy.
I'm stoked. I'm definitely checking this out. They
Yeah,
announced this
I'm
first
gonna play
at
If
E3,
I can, at
right?
least.
With Square Enix.
Yeah,
That was the first time we saw
And
it,
I-
and it's coming to Vita.
exactly. I was
That's
about
what
to
I'm
say.
so excited for.
Probably again cross-buy. I would
Yes,
think.
yes.
It's just I love that.
This
so
is
much.
totally in my mind. I look at this and I see Vita like in my head.
The
I still play my
one
Vita
turn
all
off
the
I
time.
have. I feel like the female character is a little
Don't say it.
busting out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But at the same time, in this game, her head's also massive, so like you can kind of give them
it's
some
a
leeway.
little weird.
Some leeway.
little weird there.
But the charm and like you said, the soundtrack is
They
phenomenal.
look kind of like Kingdom Hearts characters.
Yeah, a little bit, a
Don't
little bit.
worry about me.
The one actually looks like
Are you
Roxas.
really about
Yeah, the first one in the beginning looks
Huh?
like
Is that
identical to
Rock Band?
Roxas. It looks like
No.
Roxas and Kyrie.
Yeah, it
No,
really does.
I was trying to figure something out.
And at 12:25, we wrap up the topic of the week essentially. So we are right on time tonight. Thank
That's
you to
insane.
Your Dad Plays as well that follows. We got 5 minutes left in the show. Thank you so much for all the follows. Keep them coming. Hit that heart button live from PlayStation as we do our special thanks to all of our other subscribers, patrons, and Extra Life supporters. So let's get right into that as well. Did we miss anything? I think we got everything, right?
No, we got everything.
we
Oh,
nailed it.
subscriber only chat.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm turning it on right now.
Yeah?
Why not?
I mean, all right.
I'm not gonna.
You got 5 minutes.
Right, you got 5 minutes to say everything you want.
Could you put a / subscribers in the chat? And thank you to the subscribers. We got 9 Fox, Tyspin, DeLone Gunman, Miss Amanda, Jungle Mike, Alex Bustos, The Beast NJ69, Mr. Rager 909, Callie122, Abtis, The Bulldog Brad, Syndrux LOL, Baz023S, Level Up Host Drew, Guitar Freak 12345, Blood Splatter, Moofy, and our newest subscriber, Kryptonian Dunn. Patrons, Tempest Moriendi, BMC Music, Artie Your Dad's Belt, Full House 357, TX Puck, Dragon Con, Blakey 1888, Mark Conklin, Lionhammer, The Wasman Returns, and of course our Extra Life supporters. Thank you so much to Conrad Johnson,
Yay.
Brian Wasilicia, Michael Bizko, Johnny Poolside, Derek Carr, Dennis Yushoki B, Abbott Steele, Tyler Umphrey, Dylan Stelfox, Robert Bolig, Blending with Henry, Ricky Mana, Chris Taylor, Megan Bochniak, Tyler Elkins, Luke Bayford, and finally our moderators, of course, Pusfilled Scab, the 9 Fox, TX Puck, GFN2112, and Ghost Games. Thank you so much. We appreciate every single one of you. Let's go a little bit long so we can give some time to our subscribers. We'll just go 10 minutes, guys, with our subscribers. Chat is devoted to you guys. Is it working?
Yeah,
It is.
100%.
So
We're in it.
let's focus on the chat for a little while and take some questions here. You guys have the floor. Take advantage of your subscriber-only chat. If you guys want to become a subscriber, you don't have to leave the room right now. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button at twitch.tv/The Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds.
Tyson wants to know, Mike and Drew, do you have FOBs yet?
Yes.
Nope, I've avoided it.
You avoided
I
it.
don't have enough time to devote
The
to it. So I don't
game
wanna
kind of
touch it.
forces you to.
And that's why I haven't
eventually.
progressed in the story.
Yeah.
So I haven't done more in the story because I don't have a. Especially with Destiny, I didn't want to bother trying it.
So
'cause
far,
it's
it hasn't
for me.
forced me into like an online match though yet.
Mm.
I have an
Oh,
FOB.
okay.
It's gaining me, GMP
Right.
and all that kind of stuff and development stuff. But I haven't done an online match, and I don't want to. I don't want online
No,
stuff.
and that's why, like, honestly, I know as soon as I turn it on, Rick is going to destroy me.
Right. Like I'm dreading the time when suddenly I'm infiltrated by an online opponent, and I'm just like, I don't care. Just do whatever you
Yeah.
want to do because I'm not getting involved in this. Like I don't want to. This is Metal Gear. Like I don't want to be involved in that.
Yeah.
I might play MG online with you. Totally. I'll do that.
No,
but,
I want that to happen.
But I don't want online in my
No,
single player.
exactly.
Like don't shit in my cereal.
Yeah.
Like get out of here.
True.
Basically. What else we got?
Derek wants to know, what video game character do you think needs a catchphrase?
Interesting.
That's a good question.
I know what he's thinking of because on Twitter he thinks that Quiet should have had the catchphrase "It's quiet time," which kind of defeats the purpose of Quiet. I feel like Nathan Drake, he talks a lot of shit, but I want him to have a catchphrase. Not no. Like
I feel like
I feel like
perfect.
his catchphrase is "Kitty got wet."
yeah,
Every
you're
time
right.
every time he shoots,
You're
he
right.
pop a headshot
Yeah,
off.
that's
He's
true.
like, "Kitty got wet."
You're correct.
I love when he does that.
Because that was his ad lib thing that he did in the first
Yeah.
Uncharted.
Yep.
That's now this routine.
That was
thing.
totally not planned to be.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my favorite
Really?
story of that
Yeah.
That's
game.
awesome.
They were
Okay.
doing the thing, and he was just motioning it, and he said, "Kitty got wet." And they all started dying laughing. They kept it in. It's awesome. Now he says it in every game and in the multiplayer too. I don't know
I
if
feel
you guys are
like
big on multiplayer.
Sackboy needs a catchphrase.
He doesn't speak, does
His
he?
song is the catchphrase. I love
So essentially,
Sackboy.
he's Brad of video games.
Yeah,
No, he's
kind
Miley
of.
Cyrus. He can't
Oh.
stop.
I feel like
Speaking of
catchphrases
Miley
are
Cyrus,
never-
I'm just kidding.
Ah,
I'm not going to talk about that.
Sometimes catchphrases are great.
like when?
I'm trying to think of something.
What is
Yeah,
Ellie's
he dragged.
from the comic book series that they read in that world?
Oh, I forget.
I want to say live
Something
long and
in-
prosper, but it's
no,
not.
it's something in Conquer and
Yeah.
This is gonna piss me off. I'm
Dope.
looking it up.
Drew, how can you support your
catchphrase.
base to help?
Dope.
Homer
Dope.
Simpson.
I don't like Simpsons.
Fuck you.
All right.
This took a turn. I don't care about my whatever they're called. What are they called? GOBs? Is that what
For
they're
what?
called? GOBs in Metal Gear?
You know what I'm saying?
Whatever they're called, I don't care. I activated them because I was forced to. If they're going to make me GMP and development stuff, cool. But the moment I get infiltrated,
Right.
screw it. I don't give a crap. I don't want a part in that.
Rick says crap is pretty much Drake's catchphase.
I feel like no as well. He says no a lot.
No. Especially when you're behind cover and someone throws a grenade over you, he's like, no. That's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Keep the comments coming, guys. Subscriber only chat. You have the floor.
Oh god, I'm just reading through quotes of The Last of Us right now, and I love that game. When she has the magazine in the car with Joel and she opens it up, she's like, "Why is it all sticky?" And he's like, "What?"
Why is everybody directing the questions towards me? I'm not the only one here. Drew, what game are you looking forward to now since MGS5 is out? I was looking forward to Persona 5. That was my most anticipated game for the holiday.
Nice. Do you have anything else that you're getting this holiday?
I guess Fallout. I guess.
You are going to get Fallout?
If I'm not getting Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection, I'm getting Fallout.
Oh my god, I'm so getting the Nathan Drake collection. Guitar Freak says for Cole, I'm assuming from Infamous, it's time to brawl up a storm. And also the line from The Last of Us was endure and survive.
There it is.
That's my favorite.
It is. That's
one of my favorite catchphrases. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, it's okay. It's not your fault. I just lost my train of thought. Thank you to another follower. Who was that one from? That one was from Kevin Intoxicated. Intoxicated. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. How about you guys? What are you most looking forward to now? Battlefront?
Battlefront's up there, yeah. Right now, I have pre-ordered the Nathan Drake collection, now Rock Band. And Darksiders, the definitive.
The definitive.
Death. They got the.
Oh, really? You were serious?
Yeah,
there.
They really call it that. Yeah,
that's so awesome.
Gotcha.
I pre-ordered that for PS4. I have a lot going on, and then I want to get things like Need for Speed. That'll wait. Assassin's Creed, I'm gonna get when it comes out. I really want to check that out, especially all the buzz around that right now.
Tyson wants to know: are you getting Lego Dimensions?
No, I'm not getting Lego Dimensions.
No, not at all.
The next Lego game I'll get will be Lego Avengers.
Yeah, which got delayed until next year.
I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, keep doing
Too much going on.
Lego Dimensions entices me. It might be my first Lego game only because Doctor Who and a brand new Portal story was shown.
Dimensions looks cool. I like the ones. I don't know. I'm already into Infinity. I can't have all these toys.
Yeah, true.
You know. And then I just like the Lego games that focus on the one that world.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 3. I think it's weird. First of all, I've never been in the Dark Souls series, but still, even with I know it's been announced, but I feel like it's not getting a lot of attention.
No. Almost.
It's not that far away. It's early next year, right? Dark Souls 3?
February something, I think. Yeah.
A lot sooner than anyone thought, yeah.
Yeah, a lot sooner, right?
Especially with the hype that Bloodborne has had, too. I just feel like Dark Souls is not going to compare to it anymore. I feel like Bloodborne kind of became, the better
I almost feel like
version.
that's why they're doing it. I feel like they're
I wonder how they're going to sell in comparison to one another. I'm very intrigued to see that.
Yeah.
Guitar Freak says that Battlefront is his most anticipated. I don't think
easily.
you said, Mike. What's your most anticipated?
I don't know.
I
really don't, because realistically, as exciting as all these games coming out this year are, I don't have the same excitement as I do for other games that usually come out in the holiday.
Well, yeah, I mean, if Uncharted wasn't delayed,
even Star Wars Battlefront, which is surprising because that was a huge thing for me. I just don't know if I care enough with games like that anymore, and I'm starting to realize it. I don't know if I care as much about the multiplayer aspect of the games as I used to.
Yeah.
Rainbow Six, I'm loving the idea of that. I can't wait to get into that. Battlefront, same thing, but Uncharted, I'm actually looking forward to getting into, especially with the graphic upgrade and everything like that.
You're gonna love it, man.
I can't wait to hate it and then shit on all you guys for it. I was just about to bring it up. Black Ops, but again, multiplayer aspect. I don't really even play the stories. I've never played the story of any Black Ops.
Yeah, but I think that's most people get into that. I get them for the multiplayer.
Next year though has more stuff coming out that I'm looking forward to.
Next year,
the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is the Division.
Yeah.
Over anything else, that is what I want.
How about you, Greg?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Obviously, we have to go Rock Band. Rock Band is so exciting for me because that's my game that I could play with anybody. That's a video game that transpires and it's transparency. It's so my friends can come over and be like, I have a guitar, I have drums, let's do this. And it's a video game that goes to everybody. Another one, Just Dance 2016. I'm very excited for. The track list is getting more tracks every day. It's coming out October 26th. And we have Sugar by Maroon 5, all about that bass, Megan Trainor.
Wildest Dreams in there?
I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited
and then both of those games will carry through this whole console generation.
Yeah.
And like they'll just keep putting out
Do
songs.
It
This is
was
awesome.
on there.
Do it. I hope.
Do it.
How do you
What would be
even-
the dance for that?
How do you even dance to that?
You
Is
just pour
anybody
fake
anybody
wood.
playing any PC games? Asked Tyspin.
No, not that
No.
I know of.
I'm still hoping to dip back into Fallout here and there, and I still really want to finish Ori and the Blind Forest because I'm very
Same.
far into that.
Same.
Yeah, me too.
Funny thing about that, Dean went into it, he's like, I don't remember at all what's going on. in the story.
Yeah.
There's not much of a story in that.
It's
so.
there
is. It's minimal, but
Yeah.
You have no.
I got up to the Dark Forest. Isn't that like halfway through the game?
Yeah, that's about
Yeah.
that's pretty far.
That's like
the
halfway
game's
through.
only like
I mean,
7
so
hours long.
far,
Yeah.
the only story is really that there is this like bird thing,
It
Yeah.
like
wasn't,
trying to take the light.
yeah,
and, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't really saying that more towards the story. I was saying
No,
that more
but-
towards the controls and the
Yeah.
gameplay.
Right.
Also, where the fuck I was in that forest.
Right, that's what I meant.
Because I was like, this.
There's no fast travel, it's no like.
pretty
yeah.
it gets
It's
pretty
pretty
confusing.
open, and then when you look at the map, it's not like, "Hey, you're in this region.
Yeah.
Stay up here." It's like, "Hey, you're here. All right, where am I supposed to go?" Oh,
and it's
It's
about
just
to be
like-
expanded. Let's not
like-
forget. It's
Yeah.
about to be
Yeah.
expanded.
Oh my god,
There's just
I'm
like
so
paths
upset about
and
that.
like. But you know what? After like a half hour, I actually got pretty. I think I'm pretty close to the end.
I think I am too. I think I'm pretty
Yeah.
far into it. T-Roll, thank you for the follow, and also Ask Me, thank you for the follow. Why don't you turn off subscriber only chat? It's /subscribers off.
Okay.
Well, welcome back, everybody. I'm sorry that it was a little bit shorter today. It was 10 minutes instead of 15. We ran a little long, so we forgot about it.
Yay.
But if anybody does want to be involved in subscriber only chat, it's very easy. Just go to twitch.tv/levelupshow. There is a subscribe button. It's $5 a month. It supports our show. We are nonprofit. Every dollar we get does go back into developing the show to make it better, more personable, to have higher quality audio and video and all that kind of stuff. And we're planning, to improve as time goes on. Definitely, we still have a lot of goals in mind for the next year. So keep that in mind. And I think that's going to wrap up our show tonight, guys.
Yay!
Sounds good.
Another one in the books, gentlemen.
Another one in the books. We're getting closer and
You've been
closer to
very
episode
quiet
100.
tonight, and it's interesting.
Why?
I don't think it was
I
quiet.
don't think I was that quiet.
I think it was the right amount of
Right,
quiet.
no, but that's what I'm saying.
Greg,
like,
you're
almost like,
reaching
you did good
maturity.
tonight, Greg. No, I love when
Everyone
Greg
pats
is,
me on the head.
crazy Greg, but
Yeah.
it does get off rails. Let's be realistic.
Yeah, no, 100%
I
it
liked
does.
it.
And
No,
I really,
you were perfect tonight.
there were a lot of stories
You
in
were
the show
very
that I
well
liked.
behaved.
There were a lot. Thank you, Mom and Dad. No, and there was this chat was on point tonight. I really enjoyed our chat room tonight. It was very, very,
Very
cool.
good chat. And a lot of follows as well. Another one right there from Curtis T. And as me, I think is what it is. T-Roll, Kevin Intoxicated, Bear Al, Your Dad Please, Jay Logan, Corey JV, Packers Guy, Nikki Bograce, Donaway, Dominion, Pat IV, Sarcast TV, Booster Bra, Kakas, Kaka, and many, many more. Thank
Guys,
for
all
the
you have
follows,
to
guys.
do is hit the heart button. You can tap it. It's right below me somewhere on the screen from any device you're watching from. Like I said, MacBooks, PCs, Xboxes, your iPhone, your Androids, your PlayStations, whatever you're watching us on. All you got to do is hit the thing. Oh. The
And we will
Level Up
shout you out. We
Show.
do have a couple minutes left here. Don't forget, we're on Twitter at the Level Up Network, Level spelled LVL. We really need you guys to do a lot of on-the-spot questions right now because Extra Life is coming up, and we actually want to do an on-the-spot every single hour of the 24-hour Extra Life Marathon.
Yeah.
So just throw questions at us, guys. Doesn't have to be gaming related. It can be movies, can be TV.
Jello made from?
You know what? It has to be hard-hitting. That's the only really criteria that we have, is that it has to be a hard-hitting question that's going to challenge us to think about it.
But anything in the entertainment industry as a whole.
Or even if it's like kind of like a life question, if you know
Nothing
what I
about
mean.
death.
No, nothing about death per se.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
little
nothing
dark.
about ghosts.
Yes,
I have
we
to go to
know.
sleep. Yeah, don't do like ghosts or stuff. I'm scared of ghosts. Don't do
Yeah,
ghosts.
we can
Don't
do
do like
ghosts.
burglars. No. I want to say, Mel, I will miss you too. I'll be back before you know it, guys. I'm coming back for Extra Life, and I'm
Well,
going to come back and visit
Mel,
another
make
time.
sure you're watching tomorrow night because
tomorrow.
we're doing Power Up Live at 8 o'clock
Yep.
Eastern Standard Time.
Took the words
Right
out.
here on
right
Twitch.tv,
As
guys.
Girl, yes. Yes, it can.
Yeah, and
So
Guitar
it can
Freak
be
1
other
2 3 4
than
5.
games.
That's what I was going to do to answer your
Absolutely.
question. Instead of doing In Day, Dean and I are doing our very first live Power Up, which is going to be our episode 10, our first double-digit episode. Somehow we made it.
I'm interested in that.
And then, like we said, you're going to get episode 9 is going to be live for everyone tomorrow on YouTube
What do you think
as well.
the dynamic
So
is going to be like when
Double
you guys are
dose.
both sitting next to each other?
double dose
I
of
don't
the old
know.
Dean
I don't
and
know.
Ringer.
I feel like it's going to be the same because
Yeah.
each Monday show is
Yeah,
just
it'll be
us
the same.
goofing off. So it's just going to be that, but I get to touch his face this
It
time.
will be
have
different.
to,
I can tell you from experience doing the show. When you have the people next to you, you talk over each other more. But when you're actually on a computer in different houses, you wait for the other person to finish speaking.
Yeah.
It actually is a little bit better in that way because when you have the people right next to you, I find that you talk
What?
over each other more.
If that's the case, then you're screwed.
I can see that. We have to. What's going to be more interesting is how we're going to do it because we have not set it up. I have not set it.
We're going to figure it out.
Good
We'll
luck
figure
with
it out.
that.
We'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
Also, guys, if you want to check out past episodes of Power Up, they got 8 or 9 or something episodes on there now.
Yeah, we're up to 8.
8 right now. Yeah.
So go
Tomorrow
to
will be 9 and 10.
youtube.com/the Level Up Show, level spelled LVL, for access to that. Don't forget to subscribe because we archive all of these shows as well. We've got Twitch alerts if you want to make a singular donation. We've got the levelupshow.spreadshirt.com. I will be taking down the Trophy War t-shirt tonight. So if you want, you got about maybe 30 minutes left now. Go to levelupshow.spreadshirt.com and check out their t-shirt. Patreon, if you want to support the network in the best way with monthly donations, even just $1 will give you early access to Power Up, as well as some other perks. And then finally, most importantly, actually, please remember extralife.org/participant/the Level Up Network. Go to that link. Hit the support me button. Donate whatever you have the means to, because even $1 will keep that ball rolling. We're trying to raise up to $5,000 this year for sick children throughout the United States, providing those kids with gaming entertainment while they are forced to stay in the hospital, very unfortunately. So we're up to $1,210, guys.
That's insane.
Yeah, we're getting up there.
So
and you
insane.
heard some of our milestones tonight. $1,500. We're going to be eating fart candy.
Fart candy!
Oh, yeah.
$1,750. I can't remember.
Need Kylie Jenner.
The Kylie Jenner
heads up.
challenge. We're going to inflate our lips and do heads up. And then 2,000, we're all going to drink a full glass of lemon juice.
And that's not all. They get better as it goes on.
Yeah.
We're going to have many others as well. So please keep those donations coming to see us in pain, but to also help these children throughout the United States. And that is going to be it for us tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. You were a great crowd. We'll be on throughout the entire week with gaming talk shows and game streams. Until next time, take care and level up.
Level up.
You're late.
I'm always late.
Cedric said I want a t-shirt, but I think you can only pay from PayPal, right?
No, that's false.
That's not true, but I mean,
Not
it's
correct.
safer from PayPal.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can donate. A lot. Our final follow was J-Rod. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Keep them coming, guys. Hit that heart button.
Dro, Michael.
Mason, thank you for the follow.
Michael, and Dino, I'm being Krista.
Level up, guys.
Woo!
That was a tough one.
Yeah, that was.
I had to look, but we nailed it.
We kind of
Now
got
you
it.
see what I have to deal with?
It was tough. It wasn't easy, but we made it work.
Can we do a ring clank?
Ring clank.
Ringling.
Mini Marks everywhere. Explosions. Sorry, that
We're
was
too
way
much of the
loud.
same person.
I just spoke up, Kristen. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you throughout the week. Until next time, take care and level up.
Love y'all.
Yeah.